hit my notes update from my phone, my
Oh,
laptop.
he's got a mic on already?
I hate when he does
You
this.
gotta stop. You're not gonna have control of it.
Why?
I'm just gonna take it away from you.
You get nothing. You can lose nothing, you win nothing. You could do
Turtles don't want you. We don't.
That would open my piss on board.
No, that's from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. You get nothing!
Yeah, that's right.
All right, hip hip hooray, guys. We're here today to make some dreams come true for all you that don't know shit about the NFL. Neither do we. But we're going to tell you some stuff today.
Ryan does.
Ryan knows better than all of us. We're only saying that because Ryan is apparently just ready to fight today.
No, he's just listening.
He's just stalking.
He's not going to talk. He's just listening.
Freaking creeper.
But for all of you that do want to know a little bit about the draft, we're going to talk about that today. But first thing we're going to do is we're going to get into all the news, updates, and rumors that have happened in the NFL this week. Let's go for it, Johnny.
Yeah, Johnny.
All right.
Yeah, Johnny.
I zoned, bro.
All right, my name's KJ.
I zoned. All right, Leslie Frazier taking the year off for the Bills DC. This is kind of funny just because the Bills had a good season defensively and their defense coordinator just disappeared.
End times is near for Buffalo.
What did I say? What did I say, boys?
Oh man, they might not make playoffs next year.
Jordan Poyer became a free agent. Said he wants to go somewhere where they don't take his money from him.
Well, he's old, so.
So Tremaine Edmonds also a free agent. So the Bills just got a whole lot worse in 24 hours.
There you go.
All
Sean-
on defense.
Sean McDermott will be fired before the end of the season.
Shoot, it's not even his fault. He's lost half his defense.
He's garbage.
Including his coach.
He can't make it out of into
All
a big game.
right. Sean Payton also reaching out to Patricia about his defensive staff. I'm not sure how much this means to that. Just I would not be anywhere near Patricia.
Is
No.
this a win?
No.
How is
Big
this
loss.
dude still getting considered for DC jobs?
Right. Well, no, not DC anymore, but to still be on his defensive
Just to be in the
staff.
NFL.
Right.
Like, go back to Pee Wee. That's about what you're good at.
He'll be a linebacker coach.
No, I don't know about defense. I don't know about
He should just be a linebacker coach.
Right.
I mean,
Stay
he's
there.
built like a linebacker. So.
So, all
I don't know.
right.
He's built like a D tackle.
Northwestern's running back coach Lou Ayani to become the running back coach of
The Broncos.
the Broncos. I
Teriyaki.
apparently didn't write that in there. Yeah, we're prepping teriyaki for dinner. Also, that's why you hear that noise upstairs.
Patricia is, that's what I said. Patricia's good at defense. I don't know. Whatever.
Number 6, Browns open up preseason for a Hall of Fame game against the Jets. And
Oh, come on. You had one job. Was it? Oh, Jesus.
Walmart is calling me. We must be doing really good.
Walmart?
Yes. We'll take the
Sponsor? No.
Walmart,
Not actual sponsor.
Yes,
brought to
Willy
you by
Wonka.
Walmart.
We'll take the deal. China wins.
Browns open up the preseason as a Hall of Fame game against the Jets. Browns quarterback coach Alex Van Pelt is now the senior offensive assistant and the OC. He's taken on more jobs than Stefanski.
And he still
Right.
does nothing.
So, yeah.
You still don't do anything.
And then what are the coach updates for the Browns, Johnny?
So this has what we've already talked about with Ephraim Banda being the safeties coach. There's Bill Musgrave being their senior offensive assistant. Ben Bloom is their defensive line coach. Callie Bronson is the assistant wide receivers coach.
Jesus Christ. Stop giving her jobs.
Ashton Grant is the offensive assistant and quarterbacks. Riley
Just overpaid
Heklinski
secretaries.
is their coordinator in coaching logistics.
That's sexist.
Brandon Lynch is the cornerbacks coach, and Kevin Rogers is the senior assistant and special projects.
Woo! That's a lot of coach updates.
What about Bubba?
A lot of
Not
work,
sure.
Allen.
Not sure it's going to change anything on the Browns.
No.
All right.
Wait. What
Not with Stefanski.
What they give Bronson a job at? She's a what? Receivers?
Assistant receivers
Yeah.
coach.
Deshaun Watson's
Is this on
masseuse.
top of being the tight ends coach?
This just
Underneath the tight ends coach.
That's what you get, you dumb bitch.
anyways.
Anywho.
John Johnson III to be released at the start of the season. Browns also show interest in Jesse Bates and a few other corners or safeties. Sorry.
Can they afford Jesse Bates?
What?
No.
No, I don't
Not
think
with
they
what
can,
he
but they
wants.
showed interest in Jesse
Yes.
Bates, and
They
they're
should
already
go after Jesse
so
Bates.
they're
and
also
Edmonds.
they're also talking about moving around cap space and restructuring Watson's contract.
I did see that
So
today.
Yeah.
That should be a thing. Yeah.
Yes.
Fournette to be cut at the start of the season. Also, talking about that team, let's talk about the Bucks coaching updates.
They have the additions of Brad Idzik as their wide receiver coach, Skip Pete as their running backs coach, and George Edwards outside linebackers coach, with the promotion of Thad Lewis to their quarterbacks coach.
Skippy the peanut butter.
Thad Lewis, a.k.a. Thaddeus?
Thaddeus Maximus.
Oh, man.
As their QB coach.
There you go.
He was an old Browns quarterback.
Yeah,
wasn't
Yeah, he was.
He was the quarterback across half the league. Ravens are going to sign Lamar? I don't know, buddy.
Chiefs are expected to pick up CEH's 5th year. Aren't expected to pick up Clyde Edwards-Hilaire's 5th year.
If you want to talk about poverty franchises, Ryan, you can just talk about your own. They don't want to pay their quarterback.
Gus Bradley to remain the Colts DC.
Oh, God.
Tony Sperano transferred jobs from the Colts to the Giants as what, Johnny?
Offensive line coach.
Offensive line coach. Deron Payne franchise tagged by the Bucks. Commanders to release Bobby McCain and Carson Wentz. Staff changes for the Commanders, Johnny. What do we got?
We got
That would be a good shit.
Tavita Pritchard as the QB's coach.
Huh?
Ken Zampis to
say what?
senior offensive advisor and game management. Brent
Venable.
Eiselmeyer now as the DB coach. Richard Rogers now senior defensive assistant and safeties coach. Christian Garcia now assistant DB Nichols coach. And it is also the first NFL season for Pritchard, who was an ex-QB.
I think it's Pritchard,
I'm
by the way.
confused.
Pritchard, whatever.
How do you like Wheels take? All I said was words. He's like...
All right, Derek Carr.
That's what I said!
Derek Carr is the whore of the league, going from team to team, getting wined and dined, and leading on the world.
Yeah, man.
So
He's still getting laid.
He's going to the Jets. I will put all my money on that.
I wouldn't do that. I put a lot of money on the Eagles winning the Super Bowl, but the NFL finds a way to screw you over. You guys do some research and look up Sodgate. Eagles hire Sean Desai, defensive coordinator. Brian Johnson.
Wow,
I didn't spell out the
promoted
rest
from
of the
QB's coach to OC.
Eagles extend their special teams coordinator, Michael Clay, for another year. And then a couple more cuts. We got Falcons released are going to release all these teams. Players that we talk about are going to be released. What,
March 15th.
March 15th.
Yeah.
2 days before St. Patrick's Day.
Mariota will save them by cutting them. Will save them $12 million.
Woo! Here comes Lamar.
I'm kind of surprised by that. But
Kenny Galladay to be cut.
Save them $6.7 million with Galladay.
dude is
Jags
trash.
restructure Christian Kirk, Zay Jones, Brandon Scherf, and apparently Trevor Lawrence is reaching out to his entire team so he can make more money. That's what I'm getting out of all of this.
Yeah, pretty much.
You've done it for 1 year.
But with three
calm down, sonny boy.
people restructuring their contracts into signing bonuses, saves 26.14 for the.
It's actually kind of smart because T-Law is only on his 3rd year, so he's not making big money and he's not due a contract yet. So if you pay everybody while he's not making money,
Right.
And then you
he
just
gets his
50-year
money in
option him.
later. Yeah,
I mean, is it
And
about
then your
money
franchise
for
has
him?
it's 100% about money for him, but it's also about winning.
Right.
You got in order to make everybody happy, pay everybody. You got to pay.
He's their financial advisor now, Ryan. Come on.
I don't know. Why would he have say?
I mean, he's leading the offense.
He's trying to be Aaron
Maybe
Rodgers and Tom Brady. but
Maybe he
more.
looked at Christian Kirk and Zay Jones like, you realize you're only good because of me.
And Calvin Ridley's going to come in next year, so
That's gonna be a good offer.
I'm excited for them.
Jets to explore all quarterback options in free agency and in the draft.
Which pretty much says we have no faith in Zach Wilson, so we're moving on.
right.
Yeah.
Mac Jones is a bitch.
No.
Oh, we all knew that.
Hold
just
on.
look at
You gotta
him.
go back. You missed a very valuable point. They said they would consider bringing back Geno.
Yes.
That is full on.
There's no way he's going back.
smooth.
No.
brain.
If I'm
That
gonna
is
Go back.
smooth brain.
There's no
Well,
way.
I don't know because the offense is completely different than how it was while he was.
brain. If they brought
I
back
have
Geno,
more-
that's an L.
I
would
have
rather
more faith
go
in
with
the
Zach.
Texans getting Derek Carr than Geno Smith going back to the Jets after they just absolutely roasted him.
Speaking of Geno, he lost his starting center at 33, Austin Blythe.
Yes. 30. Not 33.
Well, you said 33.
Oh, you said 30.
Whatever. Anyways, you can see how we coordinate.
We said no. We said he was on 3 teams. That's why.
Yeah, 3
that
teams.
was
You heard it.
30, and then he played
A lot
on
of
3
threes,
teams.
okay,
There's
guys.
a lot of threes. You heard it. You heard it. It's just
Now,
not right. That's all.
Also in news today, which we didn't have a graphic for because this happened. Well, I mean, it kind of happened around 8 o'clock this morning. We got the announcement. Jalen Carter did get 2 arrest warrants from the Georgia Police Department for what did you guys know what the actual warrants were for? Was it reckless ops?
driving and
Racing.
street racing?
Street racing. So both are considered misdemeanors to the law. But
He's got a top 5. In my opinion.
well, so
I mean, a guy was smoking a bong and he got dropped out to 15. We talked about that earlier.
This was hours after them
It was the gas
celebrating
that did it.
their
That was
win.
funny.
You are
in the
under
championship.
a microscope when you're going into the draft.
well, yeah, and that's what me and Ryan were talking about because my thing is like, okay, the kid's stupid. He does stupid things. We all did stupid things at our 18s and 20s.
I'm not gonna say I never sped or street raced. I 100% did, but I'm not going to the NFL.
I mean, I did it
so
at
it don't
28.
matter.
You can't say that on camera. They
Nah,
can
I'm
find you
not
now.
I did it at 28. I cut off my buddy at a red light to see who could make it first, and we were in trucks.
In the rain.
You did.
Were
he,
you there? That
Yes,
day?
because we were going to
We were going back to
Pickles
my
and
house.
Pines.
No, we were going back to my house. The
Did he?
one.
Did he die?
Oh yeah, we were going back to
Oh
your
no,
house.
I cut literally.
That's where the difference is.
We were going
These
back to your
guys
house to get our
died.
change of clothes because we got stuck in the rain with the golf outing.
Yeah, and
So-
I cut him off. It was pretty
Where do
funny.
you think this? What do you think this does with
Oh, that
him
was
going into
Joe.
the draft?
Yes.
Jail.
Do you think? Do you think?
So
people died.
First off, not
They
well,
died.
I'm not
but not
taking
in
it.
his
I'm not
hands.
taking it. He's getting as soon as he gets money from the NFL, he signs
He's
the
just-
contract. He's getting sued off the bat, day one.
Oh,
as
yeah.
soon as he signs that
By
contract, we're suing
who?
you.
By whom?
The family that
The family.
guy-
The
of dudes
families.
that
But if
died?
he didn't actually do anything,
But if they were
nothing was
street
physically.
racing-
It doesn't matter. It's not like if there's no evidence that his car hit their car, they did something wrong. They take the brunt for it. You can't blame that on Jalen Carter.
No, but
It's
I agree.
a
He
two-party
did it.
system in
we
that
live
situation.
in America. People like to sue for the littlest thing.
I get that, but like there's no way to pin it on Jalen
No,
Carter.
but they're
unless,
going to find a way. They'll find a lawyer that'll come up with something.
But unless there's video evidence.
Oh, I'm not disagreeing you. Unless there's-
I think they're
Well, and I think that's the only reason they did a warrant was they found some type of video.
just wait a
evidence.
couple of weeks. TMZ will come out with it, and then we'll all see like the Ray Rice incident. Oh, the
But,
Ryan.
man.
but
The
to be
Ravens
honest,
are.
the question is, Johnny, can you bring up the draft board for me? But the question is, what does this do to Jalen Carter's stock?
I think he's
And
out
does
of the
he
top
drop
five.
out?
You know
I
what?
think he drops out of the top 10.
You messed
16
up.
to Washington.
You messed up here. What you should have done is very clearly put bars in a jail cell under 31, and I think that's what I would have voted. There's no way. He might drop out of the first.
Really?
No,
I think the
You have
Patriots. I think the
serious-
Patriots could take him at 14. If anybody
he would
could
fit
fix
the
him,
Raiders.
Hold on. Where are the Texans drafting?
They already have one guy who kind of had an
12.
issue with cars.
Or not
and
Texans. I'm
racing
sorry. I
and
mean Tennessee.
so on.
11. There you go.
that's what I'm saying. I think
He took Jeffrey Simmons, and Jeffrey Simmons beat the fucking shit out of his girlfriend.
Miami will take him at.
And there was a video, like, beat the shit out of her.
The Cowboys could take him.
Miami would take him.
They can't.
You know what? I lied. He's still gonna be a top 10 pick.
I think he's out of the top 10.
24.
I think he's out of the top 10.
Jags?
No, there's one perfect team in the top 10 that he can go to. It's the Raiders.
Stop it. That's a weak take. It's funny.
It's
You're
getting
not
old,
wrong.
actually, because it's
It
already
is.
been said like
I've-
300 times in the
heard-
last 12
What is
hours.
Ryan saying? I'm confused.
Uh-oh.
24 civil.
Huh. Were you tired of Atlanta?
Oh, he's
Oh,
bringing up
Atlanta.
Deshaun Watson.
That was allegedly. Allegedly.
Deshaun actually was allegedly.
There was no video evidence. There was video
Deshaun
evidence
didn't
of
get
Ray
arrested
Rice
for
beating
it.
the absolute
Deshaun-
shit
Yeah, he didn't
out
get
of his girlfriend.
arrested.
This is
So,
why I can't talk to Ryan half the time.
Right.
This guy. Atlanta could take him, though.
They could.
Because they do need to square up that defense, and if they're looking,
Man.
if they just got rid of Mariota, freed up cap space, and they do make a big trade or something like that,
If he drops to Tennessee, I mean, granted, that's probably not going to happen.
I think he
But
drops to
him
the
and Simmons
Patriots.
next to each other, oh my lord!
for everybody watching, we will be making shirts with Deshaun Watson's face that has 24 civil allegedly underneath.
It actually is.
And it'll be made by
None of it was
Guess
proven
It
true.
Gifts.
There you go. Actually, you know, hey Ryan, why don't you take a picture of your shirt that I made you, Big Daddy?
Actually,
Why don't you put that in there?
hey Ryan, what are the two things that Bill Cosby and Deshaun Watson have in common?
They like drinks, Obercape.
They both got off innocent.
I mean, they did.
Money talks. Money talks.
Oh, just saying. All right.
Damn, that was a good one. So,
That just came to the top of my head.
animal, he's an animal over here.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna speaking of
I
getting
got him.
off innocent,
Broken. He's
we're gonna
broken.
move into the meat of the show.
The meme.
Let's jump into the meme. Well, show me what you got.
You think?
So,
Oh my God!
You think the massage therapist turned vegan after? Oh, Jesus Christ!
so Melvin Gordon, you can't trust him with anything.
Price.
You can't trust Melvin Gordon with anything.
Did he
Yeah.
fumble the Super Bowl
Yes.
trophy?
So he
No,
it shows him dropping the Lombardi
He
Trophy,
didn't drop. That's a joke.
obviously, and it shows a gash in the Lombardi Trophy. And the other one
that's funny.
is
That's funny.
Jets
shit.
fans running away from Carson Wentz.
He coming.
And I don't know why, but I just love the orangutan on a tricycle, just training wheels, just going after a little kid.
These are pretty good. But you know what's funny is I think both these are so good. I'm gonna have to vote for the Melvin Gordon one because that dude drops
The
every
orangutan's
football.
fucking hilarious.
I don't know why. I gotta go. I gotta go orangutan.
Yes.
Because what's funny is this would be Carson Wentz's what 4?
You could use
four
the
team in
meme.
4 years.
There was another meme that saying that you only get this once in a lifetime option to go from team to team every 11 months or so.
He's trying to be Josh McCown 2.0.
Yeah.
Oh man, no, he's
Matt
better
Flynn.
than Josh McCown. He's better than Josh.
I don't know.
Matt
Come on.
Flynn.
I don't know.
He's better than Josh McCown.
Josh McCown had pretty cool acrobatic skills with the helicopter dive. When the Browns.
Right.
Well, all right, that's fair. I know who I'm
yeah,
voting.
just
All right, all right.
the pure
Let us know in the chat which one you
Fear.
like better.
Yeah, right.
I know there's
pure
only two
fear
people
in
in the
that
chat.
kid's face.
My wife doesn't see me, so she only gets to see me on TV now.
Oh.
There's a reason why she's still with you. It's because she doesn't see you.
That's a good point.
That is a good point. See, I don't know why Sarah's still with me.
Because she doesn't see you.
I know she sees too much of me.
That's why she tells you. to
There's
get
a
the
lot
fuck
going
out.
around. So,
There's so much going around.
all right, we're gonna do what we need to do, and we're gonna talk about what has to be talked about today, and that's running backs. We're gonna talk a little bit about
Thought we were gonna
value of
talk
these
about
running
the
backs.
AIDS pandemic.
We're going to talk about our rankings, and we're also going to get into possibly fantasy value for some of these running backs, where you think they could go on a team that would make you want to draft them. And
That's if they're good.
there's a lot of good running backs in this draft, and I think a lot of us feel there's at least 10 that could play on a team somewhere, barring injury or
Yeah,
something
I'd say
like that.
10.
So,
I'd say 10.
I'd
for
say
sure.
10 to 14.
yeah.
I don't know about at least
Steve
not
doesn't
the-
agree with anything, but
the guys I like.
I'm
You
sure
you guys
when-
mean playing like starting or playing like he'll
No,
get
no, no.
snaps throughout the year?
Snaps.
Yeah, I could see 14.
All right, so let's just jump right into it today.
Basically.
We have my rankings is essentially what we kind of go off of, and then you guys kind of battle it back to me half
All
the
right, King of
time.
the Hill, that's fine.
Yeah, like I said, I run the show, so you have to deal with it, unfortunately.
That's right.
So first things first, we're going to talk about the number one kind of consensus running back overall, outside of Steve's consensus. Bijan Robinson is known by most as the best running back in this draft. So what I saw in him was he's decent in the receiving game. He knows how to high point a ball, smooth run ability, agile, able to cut on a dime, and can be aggressive. There's also a couple other key things that I didn't have in my notes there, and that was
He has some good block shitting from what I saw.
Block shedding?
Yes.
As in like to scoot out into the
He
in the
yeah,
flats.
In the flats. He's a very fluid runner.
My other thing that I loved about him is that he just is so hard to get down, and he constantly stays moving. He's an NFL ready back on any team, but he's not flashy.
Any team?
No, so
I think that's the thing why you guys weren't so much fans of him is he's not flashy.
I don't
No, I
want to
think he's too
say
flashy.
I don't want to say he's. I'm gonna make a comp, and I know you guys aren't gonna agree with it. He reminds me of a young David Montgomery. He's not super flashy, but he gets the job done, and he's hard to get down.
I don't like that at all because David Montgomery coming out was supposed to be
I love that you're doing that to him.
Kareem Hunt 2.0, and that's not it at all. That is not Bijan Robinson.
From what I saw, I like Bijan.
He wasn't
Did you just comp to a comp 2.0?
I guess.
No,
was
he
barely-
did. He's
he
like-
was barely on the
comp
field.
to a
He was
comp.
barely on
I'm
the
not
field
gonna
on
argue.
passing downs.
So
barely.
I have gotten this comp from many people, and it's Christian McCaffrey.
Just a darker version.
Jesus Christ.
That's the comp I've gotten from many
That's
people
a
and a lot of
That's-
analysts.
that's a
So
bad comp.
comping, I do not like to comp like top guys. I'm not going to comp you, Derrick Henry. I'm not going to comp you,
CMC, Jesus Christ.
CMC, any of those guys, because it's just those
I would
are
like to know-
large
I would like to know
shoes to
who.
fill, and even
CMC?
comping, it's hard for me even to do quarterbacks like that.
No, I don't see it.
Who do
I
you
don't-
comp him towards?
I don't.
KJ? Do you think CMC?
Yeah, are you in agreement with that?
I don't think CMC, but
Okay.
at the same time, I'm not good at comping guys, and
But
I told you this the other day. Like I have a habit of seeing a jersey, and when I see a jersey, that's who I comp a guy
Okay,
as.
so you kind of I understand, yeah, because the Iowa guy.
To me, when I saw him run, I didn't see a CMC. I think CMC's lighter. He's more fluid the way he runs, and he's a better
Yes.
ball catcher.
So-
but they say that Bijan is good in the run, or good in the receiving game, which, based on some of the film that I watched,
19 catches.
he
doesn't-
Yeah, but just because you don't get targeted on a shitty offense.
So looking at a lot of these running
You
backs,
cannot say he is good in the passing game when you have 19 catches.
but you can develop that.
Do you realize?
I agree.
Do you
You
see
can't
19
develop that.
catches
I
for
mean, they're doing that-
314 yards?
Listen, I gave him props
many, I'm
when it was
sorry?
due.
314 receiving yards on 19 catches.
Average
I mean,
yards per
that's-
catch, or is it yards per carry, whatever. Receiving yards, 314. Okay, yes.
That's a lot of yards for receiving.
because he gets in the open field and then he turns into a running back again. I get that. That is good. That's hella good, actually.
So I'm going to go off what you say, KJ. He's not super flashy, but he gets the job done. And he's not as light on his feet as most running backs are that have come out in recent years, but he's comfortable and he's high football IQ. He bursts through the line from what I saw, and he finds the hole. He doesn't get stuck making bad moves behind the line that gets him into trouble, like a lot of these guys that I have seen.
And what's the best
And
thing you
that's-
do as a running back is not put your team in a bad situation. Move the
ball forward. Always fall forward, and he seemed to do that.
He does that.
I didn't have that in my notes, but
So-
I do agree. He does fall forward. Very rarely does he lose.
Where you may not see him as the number one over the guys that I saw, he's my number one for his just what he has done and what he can do for a team and what he's done in college. He has the knowledge and he has the skill set to improve it into the NFL.
And I truly think he is capable of being a number one day one starter on any NFL team.
Any NFL team. This guy can go anywhere and start day one over anybody.
Yes, because he also has the ability to
poor.
block.
Not really.
He's not good at
No,
it, but he has
but
the ability to
He
block.
can pick up a blitz here and
Yes.
there. From the game I watched him
He's
against
not going
Oklahoma,
against TJ Watt,
no,
like
no,
Zeke.
he's not going to go up against TJ Watt. He's not going up against Myles Garrett. Yeah, you may be able to get him to knock him or
That's
just
funny, 'cause
stop him.
I have
a couple
the
seconds.
exact opposite in the games that I watched.
I mean, I'm
At
not
least-
saying
at least
that's
in
his
pass
go-to.
protection.
He's not a go-to pass protector.
No,
I
he's
not,
agree.
because
Not at
he's
all.
barely on the field for passing down.
Yeah, in the Oklahoma State game, he picked up a couple blitzes and blocks.
Now that I didn't watch that.
So,
I watched Bama and Baylor.
okay.
He was a stud against Bama.
No,
He played very, very good against me.
no, he runs too high. He runs too high. His pads are too high often, and that is often.
Johnny,
Now-
can you bring up his...
Now, with that being said, he still makes plays even with that. So could you imagine if he actually did what a real running back is supposed to do and lower your shoulders? Dude's an animal. He is good. He is going to start on a team. He just is not what everybody is touted. Not in the games that I watched.
So, okay, I guess the question would be, right? Why do you not have him as your one, and who do you have as your one?
You want to move on already? You don't want to keep going?
Well,
with
no,
this?
I just, the thing is, you can sit there and negatively count a guy, but what are you comparing him to?
Do you have any negatives about him?
My negatives for him would probably say his feet don't always move. He's not a churner, like he doesn't continue to pedal.
His feet get heavy at times.
Yeah, that would be
I
a
would say
negative.
his feet get heavy.
Yeah.
But it's not. I don't even know if I 100% agree with that. I would call that more patience. I don't even know if I call that heavy.
There's a difference between looking and a difference between stopping your feet.
If you're gonna say,
So do you want to know his stats against Alabama this year?
Yeah, go ahead, because that was like what, game like 5 for them?
Game 2.
Yeah.
Early in
He
the
had 21 rushing attempts for 57 yards and a touchdown with 3 receptions for 73 yards.
And their 73 yards touchdown
And
was
his one
first and
last-
15. It was not a
Yeah.
clear passing down, and that's when I even said it was good route. He had good hands on that catch. I recall that play specifically, but he ran like shit.
It was 42 yards was his long.
Again,
But he excelled where you said he doesn't excel.
He had
three receptions
three
for
catches, and he had
75
one
yards.
big catch.
For 75 yards. I'll
You
take
just-
that any day from
I'm
a
not
running back.
disagreeing with you, but you got to remember football. What do they always say? It comes down to being a game of inches.
I
So
agree.
those 3 catches.
That dude's running miles.
But he was barely on the field for those plays.
But that could be coaching. It was early in the season. He also split carries, I believe, with the other guy out of Texas as well. So
Can you pull up Rashawn?
Roshan?
yeah, Roshan. So
Roshan.
Rashawn Johnson.
yeah,
I
Rashawn
think.
Johnson. So I mean,
Yeah.
you got to remember most of these.
And he's
so-
your pass pro
yeah,
right there.
Yeah. So
That's your pass
most of
protector.
these running backs coming out, they split carries.
That's your pass catcher?
And
No,
especially
your
Bijan.
pass protector, pass pro.
Yeah, I didn't watch him.
I don't
but-
know how he's in the same damn team.
Well, because I wasn't looking for him.
I did not like Rashawn Johnson at all.
He's going to be a sleeper in the draft.
A sleeper.
Yeah.
Okay. I could see it. I mean, there's not much to watch on the kid, I'll be honest.
6'2", 200. Well, you would have had to watch him a couple of years ago.
You know what? I think he was the largest dude. I mean, 4'3'9". That is okay.
Size doesn't mean anything.
I don't disagree. However,
I'll say that till I die. I don't care if you're 7 feet tall and a fucking
You
wide
are
receiver.
white. I expect you to say that till you die.
Jesus.
So,
Size don't mean
rounding it out, I was not sold on him as
go
the
back
guy.
to Bijan.
So who's your number one, Steve?
I liked Jahmyr Gibbs out of Bama.
Okay,
I
so
liked him a lot.
what makes you like Jahmyr Gibbs over Bijan?
Do you have Bijan at 2?
No,
Okay.
No, he doesn't.
What makes Jahmyr Gibbs your 1?
I mean he did it all. He showed that
He went to
could-
Alabama. I'm just,
He went to Bama. I mean, he produced on an offense above, and he flashed more than these big name receivers, than the tight end that you like, Latu or LaFou. He saved Bryce Young's ass more times.
Wasn't he the leading receiver this year?
yeah, he was.
I don't know about
Yeah, he was the leading receiver
There
and
you
the
go.
leading rusher for Alabama. That says a lot. That means their wide receivers were terrible, and they were
they
relying
trusted
on
him a
him,
lot.
which is why Bryce Young threw to him as his safety valve.
Now I don't like so NFL Draft Plus gave him a comp, and I don't agree with this because
Alvin Kamara?
no, it was a faster Debo Samuel, and I don't know.
That's nothing you want to be comped to coming out of the NFL.
But
agree.
that's
I
a
or
don't-
coming
wide
into the
receiver.
NFL. You don't. I know, but
well, no,
That's
I'm
what
sorry,
I'm
a
saying.
wide back.
exactly.
you don't want to be
Get it
compared to
right.
that coming into the NFL.
All right. So,
That's a bad comp.
Wheels, who
I
was
didn't
your
like
1
that comp
overall?
either.
One is Bijan.
Okay, so you and I have Bijan.
But you said
at
he
1.
was barely.
Yeah, mine's barely, from my opinion.
Yeah, but he has Jahmyr at 2.
No, Jameer's 3.
Okay.
Zach Evans is 2. Zach Evans is that dude's a monster.
All right.
I mean,
So let's go on to. I have Jahmyr at 2. So I'll agree with you that
my top 3 are all close.
I'll agree with you that Jahmyr is very good, but the difference between him and Bijan is so hard to take down in the run game. Jahmyr is not the same way. He's more elusive,
Yeah.
but when he's hit, he's down.
Yeah.
Like he's not breaking tackles.
He doesn't have a stable core.
So he doesn't have a lot of
he's-
yards after contact.
My con for him, I have 1.
It's
It is
pretty much
he's
what you
smaller in size, 5'11", 200. It's smaller overall.
I mean, that's running back build. That's a running back. That's a 6 foot for a running back is a little on the tall
5'10",
side.
5'11", 220, 215. That's your average. That's where you want to be.
Right.
He's not there. He's a little under. So I mean, like I
But
get
going
it.
to the NFL, he'll gain 5-10 pounds.
You like to think, right? So I like him more than I like Bijan because of the longevity, because of where the league's going with the passing backs. If you want to give Bijan a good comp
okay.
because he's not on the field for passing downs, it is much closer. Oh my God, I don't want to say this.
Just say it.
It is much closer to a Nick Chubb type of running back.
Bijan is?
Yes.
Okay, which I'm not going to
than to
disagree
a
with
Kareem
that.
Hunt type of running
Because, like he said, Bijan is very hard to bring down. Nick Chubb is very hard to bring down. He always falls forward.
back. I don't think he's Nick Chubb though.
No,
Or if there's another
you're
cast
making
I
a
was watching, is
comparison
that
between two players. I don't think you're saying he is.
I don't know if it was this.
He'll be the Nick Chubb in an offense. He'll be a first down, second down guy. If he improves his
He'll be
pass
your tank.
blocking,
He's gonna be your running
he can
back
be
tank.
out there because it's not like he's got good hands. When he does get the ball, he has good hands.
He's good in the receiving game. He's just not utilized in the receiving game. There's a difference.
No, and they're gonna.
If you watch
He's
his
not good at pass block. His pass blocking's dog shit.
I'm not talking.
You have to be able to do both if you want to be utilized, and I think that's what held him back.
You
cannot
can.
pass
You
block.
can. The thing is,
You
though,
don't have to be
all those
both.
things you can build up. You can teach that stuff.
Pass
You
blocking, I agree.
you can put on some weight. You can have him sit out there with.
He don't need to
with
put on weight. 6 foot 220 is big.
No, but he can definitely.
Jameer is.
He can be a block.
So I have a question for you. You're
So
one negative. Your one negative for Bijan is pass blocking.
No. I have.
That's one of your
he's
big
not a good
negatives
receiver.
for
It
pass
is.
blocking.
Yeah, I have a bunch
He's not
of
a good
them.
receiver.
So Jameer is not
From
a
what he
pass
said.
blocker either.
No. But he was utilized way more. He was relied upon way more.
But that's because they didn't have a second back that was 6'2", that was in the pass block.
You know what? I don't know who their backup was, but
I have no idea.
no. But you have stud receivers all over.
No,
the
they
field.
did.
Bama
This
did
was
not
one of-
have
this
stud
was- This was
receivers.
one of the worst wide receiver cores for Alabama in recent years.
Yes.
It was. It was one of the worst wide receiver cores for Alabama
Listen,
in recent years.
I don't keep.
They
up
probably
with
won't
Bama
even
on a regular
draft a
basis,
guy
like
from Bama
fan-wise.
this year.
I don't know a guy in the top 20 that's coming out of Bama. I'll be honest, in the wide
I don't
receivers.
think they are. I think they're all young. I don't think they're
Yeah,
all
but
eligible
so
yet.
that I understand where you're coming
I
from.
don't think. I don't.
but
That's not a for sure statement.
I
don't.
think what we're seeing is also mirroring Bryce Young's game, and he likes to check down to a running
he
back,
takes a safety valve. Sure,
which all these young quarterbacks are going to do, whether it's a tight end, wide receiver, running back.
it's part of
But
the NFL.
That's building up Gibbs. Does that say, hey, this guy can do that for a young quarterback? This guy can do it for anybody.
I
He's going to
think
be that
so.
safety valve for him.
Yes, I think so. I think he's a team guy. I watched him.
He's reliable,
I watched him try and
essentially.
break out for a route, and then he realized his tackle was about to get overtaken, and he came back and checked on this dude, helped this dude out, and then still caught the pass. I mean, he's smart. He's trusted with contested catches across the middle, even for his small size. I like his longevity. I like his reliability.
What
He needs
What makes you say that he's trusted across the middle? Just because
I watched him
he's
catch
open
passes
and
across the
catch a
middle.
ball
Yeah.
as a check down?
Yep. Across the middle.
But
10 yards downfield.
A lot of receivers do that. A
He's
lot
not
of
a
running
receiver.
backs have done that.
Sure, but
He is a receiver.
So do tight ends and receivers, and he ran that route. They
He
wanted
has-
him to run that
He
route.
has 444 receiving yards on 44 targets? I think there's a lot of
44
fours.
catches or
There's a lot of
something.
fours in there.
Yeah,
I don't not like Jameer.
no, he's your two.
Yeah, I just think that he is more of a passing back or a receiving back
Yeah.
than he is a running back.
I agree.
And Bijan's the more pure runner.
I did not like what I saw in Bijan because
Is it just because you feel he's hyped?
he is overhyped. He actually, regardless of what I'm saying, he is supremely
So
overhyped.
you're saying what I say is
He
your
is
name
not the
carries
dude-
you in the NFL.
He is exactly. He is not the dude that everyone thinks he is. 100%. He's not. He did not show that.
Which
The way he ran. So on
With
multiple.
one of the worst offensive lines in the NCAA.
Now that I don't know that. Right.
and the Big 12 has some bad defenses.
Why don't
though.
you know
Let's
that
be honest.
if you're gonna pick on a guy? Why don't you know the offensive line he's behind?
Because he had one of the highest rated quarterbacks, behind center. They have
Or no.
okay receivers. They had a tight end that we talked about, Billingsley, which I didn't see anything on him. It wasn't necessarily the O line itself because I had it. We're talking about what's that Saquon Bijan right now.
We've been bouncing from
Bijan.
Jameer to Bijan because
Yeah.
we're trying to make Steve explain why he has Jameer over Bijan. And many others over Bijan.
Yeah, I do. He runs cocky. He runs like his shit don't stink, and it's not gonna play well when you're playing against actual pros.
Or maybe, just maybe,
In open field,
he
you
has a
cannot carry the
hard
ball.
time
He doesn't
getting
have that
through
speed.
these guys because
He was in the
his
open
team
field.
is so bad. He does. I'm not going to disagree that he does look for a hit. Like he has a habit of
That's not what I'm
sometimes
saying.
finding a guy.
He does no. You know what? That's
So he
that's
likes
a positive.
contact.
I like that he likes contact because then he's not going to be a pussy. He's not going to be a bitch.
Most
not gonna-
running
he's
backs,
not gonna
let's
shy
be
away.
honest,
He's not
most
gonna
running
shy.
backs aren't a pussy coming out of college.
They
I mean,
shouldn't be, because then they're not going to be real running. In
Only
my, you're
Anthony
not.
Schwartz is.
Oh Jesus. Oh, I.
You gotta turn that off.
The way he carries the ball, when you see a running back, it's so common now to keep it up by your chest.
He keeps it low.
Dude he's not the guy.
So he's too confident in
He's
himself.
too confident in himself. He's loaf of bread. You can't do that. You cannot do that.
So he's,
You're
are
gonna
you
be
saying he's going to
taken
be a
advantage
Melvin
of.
Gordon 2.0?
Ooh, no, because
Well, I
Grasping
don't,
at straws.
actually,
I
I
think
didn't look
he's
that
gonna
up.
have
I
to
don't
learn.
think he has that many.
I don't know the
turnovers in
fumbles.
college.
I was just making a funny comment. That's all. Nothing serious, guys.
I mean,
He has 0 fumbles in 3 years in college.
I'm just
That's
saying.
good. So
From what I saw, he is too. I don't want to say too confident.
I want
it's true,
confidence.
but sure. But you also need some dude that's not going to be stupid.
Yeah.
That confidence is going to get shit on when you're going against 4th string dudes in
But-
preseason, and you're going to get your dick rocked.
But that's the thing. Can he keep that confidence up when you're getting your dick dragged?
Right?
I mean, is he going to keep the confidence? All right, I have this. I'm going to be this team.
Does he have the skill set for it? Yes.
But
Say it louder, KJ.
I don't know. What do you say?
I don't know. Whatever KJ said, say it louder.
He just has 0 fumbles. That's all I said.
yeah.
But what is Jameer? What was his rushing attempts? Was like 150, 151 for 926. I mean, it's 6.1 yards. My thing is, when I watch film on Jameer, is that if there wasn't something available, he had a hard time making something available, and Bijan did exactly the opposite. If there wasn't something available, he'd carry guys to make it available. Like, Bijan had a habit of continuing to create something out of nothing when I watched the film on him.
I mean, I watched him struggle finding holes. I watched him make his own holes and get stopped. I don't know. I saw positives and I saw negatives. I didn't account for the the getting hit in the backfield because from what I saw from his O-line, like you stated, they weren't great.
But I mean, so going off what you were going to say, KJ, with the O-line, do you think he's going to go to a team that has a great O-line? Do you think he's going to go to a team that has an average O-line?
Does it matter?
John, bring up.
That's why I think it doesn't matter.
I'm not. No, I'm
Do you
just.
think-
I'm
do you
asking
think he
what
goes
you.
in the
I'm
first?
asking what you. Do you think it matters?
Yes.
That's what I'm just-
Bijan goes in the first. Jameer probably won't.
Yeah, Bijan's a first round pick.
The problem is Bijan is a top 10,
No.
but the problem is
Jesus Christ.
there's no demands at top 10
I'll be
for a running
honest.
back.
I'm done taking running backs in the top 10.
I don't.
Personally, no
Adrian
team.
Peterson was taken at 2 overall. You wouldn't put.
I'm just.
Yeah,
how many
'cause
other? I
he's
mean,
AP.
Alvin Kamara was a third round pick. Kareem Hunt was a
Third round pick.
third round pick. There's
Chubb was
tons
a
of
second
these
round
guys.
pick.
Second,
So,
I mean, there's running backs are a
Derrick Henry
dime a
get drafted?
dozen.
I mean,
So from 11 through 20, where do you see Bijan and or Jameer go?
I could.
27.
I see him out of the top 20 just because of the simple fact that the team needs.
Okay.
But I could see him go to Buffalo.
You don't
Now
think
why?
that Tampa would get?
I could see him go to Bucks.
No,
I
because
can see
Rashad
both.
White, the only way Tampa Bay drafts a
I
running
forgot
back
about
is because it's in the 4th or 5th round.
Well, who else do they have other than Rashad White?
28 to
That's
the
why
Bengals.
you draft a 4th or 5th round.
28 to the Bengals. That's a good point because
I
if they go
love
off Joe
you. I
Mixon,
said that during our mock.
No, he's not going to go to
16
Washington.
to Washington. No, they have
they
Antonio
got-
Gibson and they have the guy who got shot.
Brian Robinson.
Yeah.
But I just don't know if Brian Robinson's the guy.
That-
You know what would be hilarious,
That's what
though?
they said about Gibson too.
You know what would be hilarious if Green Bay
Gibson fumbles
drafted
too
him
much.
Well, so and that's why I
and
asked.
moved
Is
on
be-
from Aaron Jones?
30 to
well,
the
no.
Eagles?
I think that they would move on from AJ Dillon.
They're not going to move on
No,
from
they're
Aaron.
going to move on from Aaron Jones because he's freaking going to be 30 next
Aaron
year.
Jones isn't costing him anything, I think, this
No,
year.
no.
He's-
Aaron Jones restructured his
Yeah,
contract to save them $4 or $5
Yeah,
million.
he's costing them nothing. So they're not going to just let him go. I mean, you're going to keep the guy.
And Aaron Jones has been a much more versatile and
He's better than
efficient
A.J. Dillon.
than AJ Dillon.
I could see him moving off of A.J. Dillon.
I think
My
that
point is that-
he's a first-round talent. He's going to go in the first round.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see him top 10. Even if there was a need for him at top 10, I don't like taking quarterbacks at top 10.
The NFL begs to differ with you for that 5th-year option.
I mean, that's first round. That's not top 10.
I get it.
I get
but
it.
I'm
I
not
get
saying-
it.
I-
Yeah, but
he's
when it's
first
a
round.
high-demand position,
But that's quarterback talk.
That's why you got a lot of tackles. You got a lot of
Right.
quarterbacks. You got a lot of edges.
But
I get it.
So
I
in the
get it.
recent years, what are guys have been taken in the top 10 have panned out great?
I don't know. We did
Saquon
that against
Barkley.
that.
Saquon
Yeah,
Barkley hasn't. I mean,
there's
he's been
actually a
injured.
lot. Yeah, but Saquon's had 3
No.
phenomenal seasons in 5 years.
Phenomenal.
He had
3
2
of
bad
them?
years.
I don't know about 3.
I think he had
Phenomenal.
3,000-yard seasons.
I'm not taking anything away from it, but there's running backs for miles. I feel like in all these
I
drafts,
don't disagree, and Ryan says this all the time. Running backs are a dime a dozen.
they are.
So-
Look at the drafts that in the recent years and guys that you've Isaiah Pacheco. The dude is a 6th-round pick, and they're not picking up the 5th-year option for Clyde. That shows you.
Are
that
we-
right there is proof that you can find talent with running backs in any round.
Side note: are we in a blackout period for sleeper?
Yeah.
Okay.
I may or may not have adjusted that this morning. I
Well-
should have done that like 2
Well,
weeks
because
ago.
I was gonna look up Saquon's stats to see. I normally.
you
I
just
could see him
top
going
right,
to
you can
Washington,
search.
Ryan. I
Track one.
don't see him not.
So let's move on to our 3. I think we beat the hell out of those guys, to be honest.
Yeah.
And then I have the same at 3. I have Zach Evans. You have him at 2.
Yeah.
I have Zach Evans at 3.
I got Bigsby at 3 and Evans at 4.
Okay.
I actually have Tank a little further down my list.
Tank.
I thought
Tank's a little farther.
I thought Bigsby and Evans were 1A, 1B.
All right. Well, so Wheels, give me your take here.
So in the game I watched him against Auburn, I mean, he moves quicker than his frame. For being 6 foot 215, he's very shifty. He's got quick feet. He's a great route runner when need be in the passing game. He's always finding the hole. He has great vision and
Did you see his stiff arm? His stiff arm
his
is
strength,
fucking magic.
his strength
It is
is
unbelievable.
unimaginable
Oh.
for what this kid can do.
Oh my god.
I think he's a 2nd-round pick. He has a great structure to build on in the NFL where a team can rely on him.
He's fast.
I think he's going to be a great 3rd-down back for any team that drafts him just because of his size. He plays bigger than he is.
And he's probably going to put another 5-10 pounds. Going
Yeah, I mean,
so.
most guys coming into the combine, they gain muscle. We saw that with Zay Flowers. We talked about that before the show. Zay Flowers, and going in when you're going in with the NFL and you're going through camp and all that, you're gonna put on weight because they're gonna make you. I mean, it's your job. If they tell you to do something, you're gonna do it.
Right.
Especially with
I don't know if he needs to put on too much, but
no, but 5-10 pounds, it'll go a long way for
6
him.
foot 220.
And from what I saw, he's a very good blocker. He picks up blitz. He can pick up a guy and, give that quarterback an extra, second that can make a difference in a play.
Right.
So he's dependable to leave on the field as a dual threat, as a runner and passer, as well as a blocker that you could possibly, if he does his little check and release, go down and he could pass it to him with a safety valve, from what I saw. And not a lot of guys are talking about him.
Nope.
And I think it's because of Bijan, Gibbs, some of these other guys coming out. From what I saw, there's not a lot of guys talking about him.
Well, I don't know how much you know about Zach Evans' history.
I do not, so I'll be honest.
So Zach Evans went to a team, left that team due to possibly some academic or other issues,
Okay.
and then ended up going to TCU, played at TCU, and then transferred to Ole Miss.
Okay. So his off-field issues, commitment issues, you think?
I don't know if it might be a commitment issue.
So do you think he's not committed to football, or is his head elsewhere? I did not research
Are you
into
saying-
that. I just did purely film, and that's
He
that's
is
my
being
bad.
highly touted. I agree that there's many scouts out there that are touting Zach Evans, but
hadn't seen it.
he's not. Well, how much are you watching? Like
I'm not saying he's not being highly touted, but he's not getting talked about as much as Gibbs
not getting
and
hyped.
Brian
He's not
Robinson.
getting hyped.
Yeah, and he's
Right.
And I'm not disagreeing with you. He's not getting as much respect, I should say, as some of these other guys, which he should. And the commitment issue, obviously, the NFL does not like that. You do not like when a guy is not committed to football full time. We've seen that time and time again. We want you committed. If we're going to spend a 2nd, 3rd round
I
pick
don't know if
on
it's
you,
not committed to football as much as it's
off-field issues.
it's team and coaching issues. And I just don't know. I don't know. I'm not in that locker room with him to know.
Yeah.
I just know that he's been at 3 different schools in his college career.
and that could be
and
telling.
he's played it too.
Yeah.
So I think that's a big issue for a guy like this. Now, when you look at his stats, Johnny, can you bring him up one more time?
Yep.
When you look at his stats, 144 attempts for 936 yards, that's better than Jameer did, right? Because I think
And-
Jameer had 151 for like 926. So that's better at yards per carry. I probably could have just looked at the yards per carry.
And so
I didn't say I was smart. So jump over back to Zach, please. So yeah, 6.5 yards per carry, 12 receptions, 119 yards. I didn't see a lot of usage in the pass game
So,
for him?
With me saying he's a good route runner, the routes he ran, even when he wasn't getting thrown to, were fluid. I'm not saying he's a good route runner when he's getting the pass run.
Clean
though,
and
but
crisp,
from
right?
he knows how to run around. And runs a route good. He's not sloppy. He doesn't slack on it. He gets a route and he runs it, and he runs it clean.
Yeah, he
He gets through the line, gets through the guy that maybe is after him, and he just clean. He's clean. And I like that. I mean, even though you don't have the receiving stats to show for it, you have the dependability that you need for being a dual threat running back, which you can develop that.
Yep.
You can easily develop that.
So, Steve, what's your take on Zach Evans?
I like Zach Evans. I mean, he hit all that. I mean, his negative is he had to share a backfield. That's what I had in the game. I watched the Auburn game
Yeah.
too.
He didn't even have the leading stats in that game.
Nope. He runs hard.
For rushing, at least.
He puts his shoulders down. He runs through guys. I really like his vision. I said he had good hands. His route running was good. And that stiff arm, he murders dudes.
He like
They
I said,
started
he
digging
plays-
holes on the field because he just bodied these guys.
He doesn't stop moving his feet. The
He
dude
doesn't.
churns.
He just. So I mean, okay. So if he does have, I don't want to say off-field issues or commitment issues like we're talking about, because I didn't know that either.
concerns.
Yeah, concerns. If we're gonna go there with it, right? The tape looked good. It looked really.
How much do you trust the
really
tape
good.
versus the off the field concerns?
I mean,
That's where
obviously,
get
you're gonna ask
informed.
those questions
That's why you
when you
bring
get
him
to
in.
talk to him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. I mean, 21 years old. Like I said,
20
the whole
he'll be
Jalen
22
Carter
when the
thing.
season
Like
starts.
21 years old. Like you're gonna. Yeah, there's a lot going on in your head.
Yeah.
Sometimes commitment to a team or commitment to a program could be an issue, especially if they're not as committed to you as
Yeah.
you are committed to them.
And
So I
the-
think these players have a lot to decide at a young age.
The NCAA, it's a mean thing. I mean, you gotta have
Cutthroat, man. You don't make
gotta
any
have
money
thick,
out of it.
You
too.
gotta have thick skin to even put your name out there in the NCAA for some of these kids, because you can just get thrown to the wayside if you have a couple bad games and they won't care about you anymore.
So the one thing you guys didn't really say too much was his lateral agility and he's a downhill runner, man. When he gets moving,
That's well, he's
does it all.
So what I mean by that, he's a fluid runner. That's what I
see,
guess I should.
fluid to me seems smooth. That's what I think. Like he's good at cutting through holes, smooth.
He's got a mean second step when need be.
When you say downhill runner, I mean like once he gets going,
he doesn't stop.
there's no stopping him.
So Derrick Henry-esque running.
I wouldn't comp him to that, but
I'm not
it's
comping.
style.
I think
I'm
well,
not
it's funny because
comping.
I think that
Yeah.
I don't remember if it was
Style,
him or
not-
somebody else, but I
I-
saw somebody comp him to Doug Martin as the muscle hamster. Do you remember Doug Martin's
Yeah,
first year?
Yeah.
I had Doug
Right,
Martin
right,
on my
Ryan.
fantasy team.
I don't know if Ryan knows what I was talking about, or if he.
Oh,
if
he
he's-
definitely is. No, he definitely.
He knows
is
who
what?
Doug Martin is.
What is no? He definitely.
Yeah, he's hyped.
Yeah.
Not-
That's what he was talking about. He is hyped. You're not seeing it. Depends on what you're watching. Depending on
I'm not
who you're
saying
paying
it.
attention to.
Doug Martin is 5'9", 223.
Oh, I'm not saying his build. I'm saying the way he runs. Like Doug Martin was known as the muscle hamster.
He doesn't stop moving. He just
Yeah.
throws his
Right.
weight around.
Like,
Doug
there
Martin
was-
was another guy who played way bigger than his size, though. But his size got him into injury issues. And I think he only played 6 years.
I wish he would have broke the record. That team screwed him over so bad.
Oh, the Bucks.
The single season record he could have had. He was literally like 20 yards from breaking the record, and then they ended up kneeling the ball with him. Like kept going backwards.
Yeah.
Like he was getting negative yards in the last game of the season.
That's just
from breaking.
mean.
He was literally like 6 yards from breaking the record, the single season
Reminds
record.
me of another guy named
It was
Nick
crazy.
Chubb.
Let's move on to 4. Now this is where we kind of like. So those 3 guys, I think, drafted by any team, are going to produce probably.
Yeah. I mean, these 3 guys, so top 3 of any position, I feel like. These guys you expect to be impact players day one, right?
I do. He doesn't think Bijan for some reason.
So
I mean,
who's your
he should be an impact guy.
So mine in your top 3 is obviously Bijan. You have Jahmyr Gibbs 2, and you have Zach Evans 3.
I have Bigsby as 3. I have Evans at 4. But I mean, to me, they're 1A, 1B.
We'll get to Bigsby a little bit later. What do you have at 4 wheels?
Zach
Charbonnet?
Charbonnet.
I have
out
Zach
of
Charbonnet
UCLA.
at 4 also. What do you have? You have Bigsby at 4, you said, right?
Yep, I have Charbonnet at 2.
Now this is a guy
Okay,
who
so you have Charbonnet higher than Bigsby.
I like Charbonnet a lot.
Okay, let's talk about Zach. Steve, why don't you tell me why you like Charbonnet?
Yeah. Say that again, he says.
What? For what? I like him. I like Charbonnet. I like him a lot. 6'1", 220. He's fast. He's fast as shit. His lack, right? He doesn't have that agility. He doesn't have that goofy step that's gonna make you go woof.
Yes, his top 4.
What do you mean?
He has him at 2. I have him at 4. Wheels has him at 4.
There you go. He's 2.
Where do you have him ranked, Ryan? While Steven explains why he likes Charbonnet.
So I mean, like his cons, right? He is not agile, right? So that's it. But he's fast, but he lacks the shiftiness of like Gibbs. So that's it. Well, here you go, stiff runner. That is what it is. And yet he'll take multiple defenders. He's not a one-hit dude. He's balanced through contact. He's got a really good one cut. He'll take that step and then he's out. He doesn't have that juke, but he's got that step.
I like how Ryan summed it all up for you.
Well, I mean, that's what it was.
Stiff runner.
That's what it said.
Wouldn't you compare this guy to Derrick Henry more then?
No.
Running wise, maybe.
Derrick Henry.
You gotta
is his own
stop.
thing.
You gotta stop going there.
Derrick
I'm just
Henry,
saying because Derrick Henry is he's not that
6'4",
agile.
250
This is why I
pounds.
He's
hate
6'3",
comps.
247.
I was off by an inch and 5 pounds.
and his 40 is a 4.54. So this guy is faster than Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry's a tight end that can run like a
that's-
running back.
I'm not saying.
I know you're not. I'm saying
not-
would
Thank
you
you,
compare?
Ryan. Thank you, Ryan. There is 0 Derrick Henry clones.
There isn't. Yeah.
I'm just saying the
This is
comparison.
why I hate making comps. I'll be honest. I hate making
trying to
comps
make
'cause
a comparison of like style running?
You're right. I'm just saying because he is like you
Derrick
said,
Henry
stiff
gonna juke
runner.
anybody?
No. That's why I say as soon as you said stiff runner or not agile,
he has
I thought
average
Derrick Henry.
hands. I mean, I like as a pure runner, right? Even though he's got a shitload of catches, he's got 37 catches.
How about Leonard Fournette?
No, because Lenny has a little more shiftiness. If I'm being honest.
Yes.
Lenny runs straight.
Well now, but Lenny used to be shifty, or shiftier.
In college.
Well, I mean,
Ever since he came out of college, he never looked the same he was.
he never got the.
because he put on weight too.
He got plenty of opportunity.
He got lazy with it. He put on weight. If this dude, if he can cut 5-10 pounds, get a little step, just a quicker step. I mean, I know that's not going to happen.
4.41's
Who
pretty
knows?
quick.
And
he's not
Oh, no.
slow.
Shifty. He's not slow. He is fast.
So
And he needs to keep his pad level lower.
So
I
do
will
you,
say that.
is he not shifty behind the line trying to make a jump cut, or
No,
is he?
he can make cuts because he makes
Are
good
you
cuts
saying
coming through
he's
holes.
okay? So he's not
It's
shifty
open field,
after
open field shifty.
Okay.
So he's just... Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying.
Is there anything you didn't like about him?
Yeah. I
Now
mean,
do Sean Tucker. Fucking
What do you
Sean
mean?
Tucker's down there a little bit for me, buddy.
yeah, Sean Tucker. I mean, I had Tucker at 7.
We'll be up there with Sean Tucker.
Sean Tucker isn't in my.
I'm gonna screw
He's
with
not
you,
in your
Ryan,
12.
because
He's not in my 12. or
we
my
have
10.
Kendra up there a little bit. But I put one
Miller's
guy
at
up there
9.
that I really
Yeah.
do think
Yeah, who you got?
is at 5. And it's just because I'm an asshole at this point.
Why are you an asshole?
I've got Izzy at 5.
Who?
Izzy Ebikanda.
Oh,
Israel
Israel.
Ebikanda.
You know what? I like
Rare
Abikanda.
medals. I thought I was crazy because
No.
I wanted to put him higher than he was at 10.
So did I. I want to put him way higher than what I got.
I wanted to
and
put
he's
him
at
6 or 7.
When
but I
you
got him
watch
10.
all of his
I like
film,
him.
this
The dude's
dude
a-
is a stud.
He's a beast. He needs to put on a little weight. He's a little small.
215, bro.
He's 5'11", 215. He's a solid
that
back.
wasn't. Sorry, that was.
He is
I
a
was looking
solid
at that.
back.
No, I'm thinking of dude from Texas A&M. My bad.
Oh yeah, and the dude from Texas A&M 's dog
Now,
shit.
I have him high, right? Like he should probably be somewhere between 8 to 10.
Why?
Wheels has him lowest of the U3.
And I like him a lot. I think
Ryan's saying what,
I think
to
he's-
him, he's built.
So Ryan, where do you?
I
have
that's
Izzy
the kid
ranked
from
in your
Texas A&M.
rankings?
I'm sorry, they had the same
Yeah,
letter
Texas
in the
A&M 's
last
dog
name.
shit. Yeah.
Where do you have him ranked in your rankings?
But he's got him ranked at 10, I think. Good acceleration to get to the outside edge, turns up field, can take the top off a defense, falls forward, and good after contact. And I think this team in general is just good after contact. They love hitting guys.
Yeah.
This team
He
is-
just doesn't have a lot of receive. Like a lot of these guys, there's not a lot of tape on him as a receiver. He has potential.
I did
also-
not like him as a receiver.
No.
I also have so he's more of a check down receiver. He's not like a downfield kind of guy. I said elusive, fast to find the holes, patient when needed to progress. Play also can be deadly in the pass game. This is my dark horse this draft.
I like him a lot. I told Steve to take
Yeah.
a look at him.
Yeah, you did. I was like, okay, I'll take a look at him, and then I did, and I'm like, oh, I really.
We'll
like
see how he tests. What, Friday or Saturday at the combine? I think Ryan.
I like.
And I feel putting him at 10 is low for me, but
That's
it
low.
was a good class. In the top 10 at least. This was a good class.
When you
I
get
pushed
the-
him up.
when you get
This
the-
is me pushing him up.
Yeah.
Guys between 3 and like 7, 8, they're all, plug and play.
Yeah.
I just the
My
reason
opinion.
why I push him up because I think that this is the kind of guy that's probably going to end up on like a team that's going to utilize him
Okay.
because he's going to get picked up in the 3rd round and he's going to go somewhere to like I want to try this guy out and in like week 4 or 5 he's going to get some playing time and then you're going to see what he can
So
do.
he's
and if he
gonna-
does anything that he did at Pitt,
He's gonna pull
He's gonna win a job.
whatchamacallit from the Seattle Seahawks.
Kenneth Walker played day
Kenneth
1.
Walker.
Ooh.
He had a hernia.
But he wasn't
He had
starting.
a hernia.
But he wasn't the starter.
Yes, he had a sports hernia.
I thought always injured was the
Right,
starter.
Rashad Penny.
Yeah, Rashad
always
Penny.
injured. I love that.
I thought he was the starter
Half
on
a-
the
half a
depth chart
penny?
at least.
Half a penny?
Half a penny.
I don't know. I like Abanikanda.
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 It's a Banakanda.
So
Same thing. That's what I just said.
so I have him
10 times
fourth.
fast.
Obviously ADP. I hate ADP. It's
So-
not my strong
4th
suit.
round.
Yeah. It's not my strong suit at all.
I mean, so like you'll be shocked. So I think there's 42 picks in the 3rd round. So there are a lot of running backs that end up getting taken the 3rd and 4th round. It happens a lot.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna throw probably another curveball at you guys. Here's who I have at my 6. Now this, to me, I could drop him down the list. I could probably put Tank here, but at my 6, I got Dwayne McBride.
Oh, I
don't
hated
like
this guy.
him, to be honest.
This dude
He is. I don't.
Why?
He's
Okay,
raw.
hold on.
He's raw.
Before I attack you for no good reason.
So he's raw. I'm just.
You're good.
That's
I
all I'm
had him as a
He just
downhill
feels a
runner
little
with
raw.
size, balance, willing to bounce off a hit, continues to push forward, also can excel in pass blocking.
Yeah, he is. So from what I have on him, he has great, strong initial contact. He churns his feet. Does not have the greatest second step where he can get one, but he has a good enough one in college. I just don't know if it's going to amount to anything in the NFL with his shiftiness. Same thing that he didn't like about.
Yeah, he's not as elusive.
No.
I agree.
No.
I agree.
Which I mean, you lose some weight maybe.
What is with you and losing weight? He's a prototypical running back size.
Also
He's
5'11",
215. Like,
I said gain weight in the other one.
So okay.
yeah, he was 5'11", 215. Like,
This is another guy you have no receiving stats at all on him though.
No, I mean he had 2 catches.
mean, he's-
here. He did.
yeah.
I
2 for
I
10.
think he's a little raw.
233 rushing attempts though for 1,700 yards. Now that could be because of the teams he plays, but 7.4 yards per carry that's pretty tough.
Yeah, Ryan, I'm in agreement here.
I mean AAC, that's what he's in, right? Or I don't even what conference is the UAB?
I don't know. I don't
What
know where
is-
UAB is. I think is that below or is that still whatever? I don't know. You know what? I liked his enthusiasm in pass pro. He picked up blitz real well. He's not afraid of contact. I like that. I like his one cut. His one cut's really good. He has good vision. He's strong. He falls forward. But I have, and very, very plainly, he's retarded. He took retarded penalties. He thought he was going to beat this dude and score a touchdown, and he did the whole Tyreek Hill piece thing, and he got fucking pushed out of bounds like a bitch. And it just, and honestly, he took that penalty. It was unnecessary. It was costly, and it hurt the team. And it just, you're stupid. You have low football IQ if you're going to take stupid penalties late in the game like that.
UAB, American Athletic Conference.
No, AAC. So
Okay.
same as Tulane, right?
I like how you had to explain that.
So where do you have him ranked, Steve? I'm 13.
Yeah,
Sorry,
he's-
12.
I looked at 12 running backs, and he is number 12.
I have 14. He's 12.
And honestly, I'm almost positive he would be lower if I looked at.
He
13.
No, yeah, the way you ranked your running backs.
Does he
I'm
have
already
skill
quitting.
set? Is he good? Yes, I do. He does have twitch. He's also retarded.
I think it's funny because I think all of us probably have one of these guys a little lower, but so we'll move on to the next guy. So Dwayne,
6? My God,
6 what?
that's where he's got him ranked. Don't
You
say
have him over.
I can't.
I have him ranked.
Abanikanda?
I have him ranked as
No, Ryan
no.
has him over Abanikanda.
I
There-
can't.
No,
No, buddy. Sorry.
no. He's raw. He's too raw.
I can't.
I don't
he's
know
not
what he's
polished.
saying. He's speaking so simple. I don't know what he's saying. Are you saying, bro?
No,
have
he's
him at
mad
6?
about the R word. He's mad about retard.
Oh, because you picked that up with the delay.
No, retard. I said retard. He doesn't like that.
Neither does my cat.
What? I'm sorry. I'm not trying to. It's whatever. It's words. Anyway, what's next? Who's next?
He did. I agree. He throws him out the
One
window after
mistake.
one mistake.
It's one serious mistake.
I think he's too raw, and yeah, he's shifty, but I don't think he's shifty enough to bring it in the next level. I don't think he is. He's too raw for me. I don't
know.
So
I like
behind
his
a
cut.
good
His cut
offensive
was
line,
good.
behind a good offensive line, and he's good in the pass, pass protection. Like he can be on the field as much as you need
keep
him.
going to
be.
the offensive line, and I get it, but I want to see what you can do with a bad offensive line, because if you can be good with a
1,700
bad
yards
offensive line, you're going to be ecstatic with a good offensive line.
Well, yeah, but how many people are great with bad offensive lines? And actually, most running backs.
I mean,
that are
Derrick
good have bad offensive
Derrick
lines.
Henry did pretty good with the bad offensive line this year.
Not this year.
Barry Sanders. I don't know.
Probably one of Derrick Henry's worst years.
Well, he was also injured. I
I don't know.
think, for
Nick,
like 6
Nick Chubb
games,
last
wasn't
year.
he?
I don't know.
Nick Chubb has a top 10 offensive line.
That offensive line is not that.
They're not top 10.
I'm just saying.
So who's your
All
number
right,
5?
So,
Yeah. Well, who's next?
we're going on to 7.
Well, who's
Oh.
Why'd you say 5?
I don't know. Did you?
We have Bijan at 1,
Oh, jeez.
Jameer
Oh, no, yeah,
Gibbs
that's
at 2, Zach Evans at
That's
3,
three.
Zach Charbonnet at 4,
4.
Israel Abakanda
Oh yeah, 6.
at 5,
Five.
and then
You got this
Dwayne
guy.
McBride was at 6.
All right.
Where do you guys have Tajay?
I didn't watch him.
So Tajay I got at 12. But
He's 5 for me.
Oh, so you liked him?
Yeah.
Ryan, what do you know about Taj? I did not watch him.
So
Okay.
Tajay is my, I guess,
talking
to
about Tajay
Ryan's-
Spears.
Tajay Spears is my.
So you have
He's
him
my
at
dark.
your
He's
5.
my dark.
This is your dark horse.
So you want
Yeah.
this dude to gain weight?
Yeah, he needs to put on about 40
and
pounds.
he needs to grow an
2
inch.
inches. This guy's a bruiser?
That's
You're
so
gonna
fun.
call this guy a bruiser?
Yeah.
Me?
Really?
He has
No, that's what
dominated
Ryan said.
finding the hole. Always gets hit, and on a crowded line and finds the hole to
I
burst
hate
through
too.
the line.
6.9 yards a carry.
He's
Hearing
very
that in your
shifty. Plays bigger than he looks on all plays.
Okay.
Good second step.
Okay.
But he's another guy that you have some tape on him as a wide receiver, but again, there's not a lot
don't.
of
Nice gulps,
there's-
KJ.
I mean,
What?
that's what
There's
it
not a
is.
lot of
All right,
guys.
He's got to drink something.
I'm
right?
happy me and Ryan finally agree on something today. Makes me. I
He can
sleep
now
better.
finally go to bed
Yeah, I
thinking
can
that
sleep
Ryan
better at
doesn't
night.
hate every single one of his.
Ryan accepts you finally.
You know what's funny, Tajay? I actually moved him down the list. And I do have a few people you guys probably won't like over him. But so 7, I have Tank Bigsby.
I like,
Exactly.
I like Tank.
That's a perfect roundup about the kid.
I
Ryan.
like- I
He's
like
great.
Tank a lot.
He's a hard work ethic. Hard
work.
So tell me what you like. 'Cause you had Tank
Hold
at,
on, Ryan. You have Tank at 9, or do you have?
I had Tank. I had Tank.
Tajay at
why
9?
don't you type that?
Yeah. I don't know.
Tank at 4.
You speaking with the
Right.
delay, Ryan.
No, we shouldn't have a delay.
Well, then he's slow
Oh,
typer.
fourth rounder.
Yes.
Oof. I mean,
4th rounder. Okay.
Okay.
Tank. I have 6.
And I have him at 7.
I have
Okay.
Tank and Evans to me are one I want to be like I said. So I have Tank at 3 or 4.
Okay, explain why you're so high on Tank, because you have him above Bijan.
Yes, according to my rankings, yes. I just when it comes down to it, it's about the tape that I watched. I liked better.
I also didn't find him as a tank, by the way.
Really.
But
Yeah.
He gets taken down a little bit easier than I thought he would.
He,
for
but
his-
and yet he's
his
agile.
size.
He's agile enough to. He has a good chance of escaping on a broken play. I watched that. He can catch the ball. He's got good vision, very good vision. He is a very good cut, good speed at 4.84 or 4.48 in his 40. His feet keep moving. He can shake off weak arm tackles.
weak, but when he gets good initial contact, he gets off balance pretty easy from what I see. He gets off balance. I don't know if that's just because he's not getting
That's
low enough.
not what I have.
Or maybe
I have he is a balanced runner.
He gets off balance.
But I will say that,
Okay,
like
so
you said
contact
about his
at
cuts,
times.
I like his
one
cuts.
of the things I actually, when I was watching him, one of the things I liked about his cuts is when he cut to the right spot
Yes.
a lot of the time.
Which is vision. His
Which is
vision
his
is cut.
vision. His-
And if you compare those up with that speed and he's
Yeah.
got that good agility, well, Jonathan, can you bring him up one more time? I'm sorry.
You're good.
5.4 yards a carry. Now, granted, that's low, but he played in the SEC against top tier defensive players. So that still bodes well to me.
I mean, yeah,
I
he's
see
not-
that
he's-
as-
he plays at Auburn and he plays the SEC. That's
And
so,
you know what hurt him more than anything? He played with a Russian quarterback that vultured half his flipping carries.
yeah,
so-
but 179 carries at 970 yards is actually
Vulture.
low compared
His
to everybody
receiving
else
is
you
not.
have
His
rated.
receiving shows that he's more of a underneath guy.
You know what's goofy?
Safe
I
check
didn't,
down.
I
Yes,
didn't
check
have a
down,
whole bunch
exactly.
on his receiving or pass block.
No, so he's a check down. I mean,
So
30
I was either
receptions for 180
falling
yards.
asleep during watching this guy, or
Now-
I'd missed it on the games I watched.
So the reason why I got Tank a little on the lower side for me, like he's out
Yeah,
of
what
my
don't you
five.
like?
Well, like Ryan actually put there, runs tall. I did see that he does run upright, but a lot of times I saw him run upright was when he was already past the line. So like it's almost like he doesn't excel continuously.
Okay.
But to be honest with you, I don't see a fit for him in the NFL outside of a backup position. So like I see him in a 4th, 5th round guy.
He's a
Really?
5th rounder for me.
Yeah, I don't know why it is. I don't know if it's his work ethic or I don't like you said, maybe because he lost his touches to his quarterback, it could be an issue. I mean, you're only averaging 5.4 yards a carry in college when the average is like for good guys around 6.
Yeah, like 6'1".
Okay.
So what's going on there? Is it you're getting the ball in bad decisions? Like,
Or are you
the
making
team-
bad decisions?
Well, a lot of times teams hand off a ball or check down a ball to a guy that shouldn't be getting the ball in that decision. In
Yeah,
the
he
first
fell
place.
behind the line quite a bit in the game.
Plus, that team wasn't
In the
good
game
this
I
year.
watched him with against Ole Miss, and
Yeah.
some of that was on his quarterback. Some of that was some bad play calling. I mean, like you said, it just depends what it comes down to at the end of the day.
Right. Let's move on to this one. If you look at everybody else's rankings, and I think all of us kind of have dropped this guy. Everything I've seen out there, they have this guy in like the top 5. Devin Ashane.
Oh,
I
dude's
have him
dog
an 8.
shit.
I have him an 8. I was not a fan of him.
Now
Outside
he
of
can
his
put on
speed.
some weight.
there you go, buddy. Eat a burger.
That's the
Jesus.
guy I was talking about.
So Devin
Sorry.
Ashane is small for a running back, but excels in open field. Very shifty. Probably quickest running back in the draft. Capable of playing at the slot.
4.24 is 100% according to NFL Draft Plus. He is the fastest running back right now. coming out.
That's what I have him as a specialty. Ryan is he's a return specialist.
Yeah.
That's exactly what.
That's what a team's going to draft him as.
Does-
You know, we can keep you as a running back on our depth chart, but you can return the ball.
Does he remind you of a Darren Sproles?
No, Darren Sproles gave effort. This dude.
Yeah, but Darren Sproles was good in the pass game. He was a return he started as a return specialist.
I didn't watch much of Darren Sproles, so
I did. So I
Darren
like Darren
Sproles was super shifty. Super shifty. Are you watching something?
Yes, AB was making an announcement, but
don't you-
he didn't say what it
What the hell
was.
is wrong with you?
we're doing a show.
Breaking news, Steven.
It's AB. That's not news.
Yeah, Andrew Berry's been talking out his own ass.
Are you talking about AD?
No,
or
Antonio Brown.
Exactly.
Oh,
Even
gosh.
worse.
Oh,
Turn that
that's
shit off.
yeah, that's worse.
No, he's not Darren Sproles. You asked Darren Sproles why his career lasted so
playability.
long. It's because he didn't take hits. It's 'cause
Darren?
Darren Sproles. That's what
Yeah.
I'll tell you. He's a reliable pass catcher.
there.
Devin here.
Kick return.
Kicker. Yeah, he's a
So
true shot.
I like that comp better. I was just Darren Sproles was the first thing that came to my mind, but I like Tariq
Tariq
comp.
Cohen.
That's not bad. That's
Good pass catching. Dree Ooh.
he said Dree
was
Archer to
quick.
me.
Damn.
But Dree Archer only played 2 years in the NFL. and
I
was
think
gone.
that's going to be this dude. Yeah, I don't see this dude lasting. I don't. I don't like his longevity. He's very small.
Where do you see him getting drafted?
I mean, 6th round.
Fixed.
Yep. Ha-ha!
So
Nice.
I have my guys ranked, and I have picks for them.
I mean, you're getting better.
So just because I have I have the kid from Pitt, he's 10. I have him getting drafted in the 4th.
Chiefs. Every running back you have going to the Chiefs, bro.
So I don't try to do,
Oh,
this
see
is
the
where-
Mecole Hardman for the Chiefs. Oh my God.
Stop.
That.
What?
Think about it though.
15th to Green Bay.
You just got rid of
Shit.
you just got rid of Mecole Hardman, right?
Yeah, but I mean, you're
Does
gonna,
you just said he's good in the pass game. He can play in the slot.
have-
He's the fastest kid in the draft.
you have Sky Moore.
He's the great
And you
value
have
version of
Mecole Hardman's
Debo
very
Samuel.
No,
Sky
he's
Moore and Kadarius Tony.
He's Tyreek Hill.
He's
Get the
not.
fuck out of here with Tyreek.
But that's why I'm saying Mecole Hardman was the second fastest guy.
Yeah,
Sure.
He's not-
Miko's
where's he
now
at?
on their team.
Right, free agency.
he's never been a wide receiver 1.
Oh, 15th. Oh, yeah, he's dog shit. I don't like this dude at all.
This guy.
a cane or whatever. You know what I saw that really
They
pissed me
have
off?
him ranked high everywhere.
I'm telling you. Well, yeah, and that's why.
I have him 7. I thought that was high.
Where's Mel
I
Kiper
thought
have
8
him?
was high.
Yeah, no. He's 11 for me.
Who do you guys? Where do you guys have Kendra?
Miller.
Yeah, out of TCU.
I
I
had
think
13.
He's 8.
I think he's 9 for me.
I like him.
But I'll give you the next one that you guys probably don't have up there. Eric Gray, I got at 9.
I don't have him.
Eric Gray is my 14th.
This is another guy blocking. You guys don't pay too much attention to the blocking scheme, and he's capable of blocking. Has good acceleration, top speed in the straight line, excels in space where he's able to create separation. You have Kendra as your 3rd overall.
What?
Wow.
No, buddy. Sorry.
That's all right.
Who's your top 3?
You say
Ryan?
what you
Type
mean.
in your top 3.
I
wanna
mean,
see
so
your
it's
top 3.
Bijan, who, and then Kendra.
Yeah.
It's Bijan, Jameer, Kendra, which means he's got Zach
So-
and Charbonnet after.
Which is fine. I can get with that. I already know my gradings and my rankings personally on people are straight heresy to some people, and that's fine. I'll be wrong, but I also am going to trust my eyes and trust the tape.
That's why we do this. That's why we're doing this every week, right?
Don't worry.
That's why we're doing this every
All
week.
right,
Okay,
so
so I
why
need
do
to know
you
why.
not like Eric Gray?
What don't
Bijan,
I?
Evans, Miller, Evans.
Zach Evans.
Really? Okay.
So he's
Oh,
not.
you don't have Jameer up there at all. Okay.
Bijan, me and mine and Ryan have the same top 2.
All right. I like
I
that.
just-
Gibbs Tucker. Okay.
Yes, okay.
Sean Tucker. Okay. You want to talk about Tucker?
Tucker
Well,
at the
I have Tucker
Well,
after Eric
I was
Gray.
going to say, we'll
Give me
talk
a
about
minute.
Tucker here shortly.
I
Can you tell me why you don't like Eric Gray?
I didn't watch him, so I want to know. I want to know why you might not. Like
I just don't think he's a good downhill runner.
Oh, he's. Oh,
He's
shit.
14.
Oh wow. 5'10",
I stopped doing.
5'10", 210. You got a smaller frame.
So,
Not that small, buddy. 4'4",
So,
4'4".
you say
That's
that he-
fast. I mean, I don't know.
so the summary is that he has good acceleration and top speed in a straight line,
I wanna
and
know
able to create when he's able to create separation.
Correct.
That's
So
the
then
thing.
how-
he doesn't
so-
have that downhill running.
So
that
then,
you want.
how is he between the tackles?
Is he?
How is he with
Sometimes he
shutting
gets,
off?
He's okay
tackle?
between
Yeah,
the
he's
he's okay
good.
between
Okay.
the tackles, but he's not shifty.
Oh, he's not
Okay.
shifty.
He's not shifty.
Oh, okay, so that's not good. If you're
Well,
if you're not a
and that's
downhill
what I was-
runner and you're not shifty. Okay. So wait. Okay. So
To me, he's more of a like.
Goal line, third down.
we got.
Yeah,
talk
he's
about,
your third down back.
We got to
Yeah.
talk about Kendra Miller. If he's 3
He's your
for Ryan,
beefy
we gotta
back
talk about
that you
this dude,
expect.
too.
So-
He's your full back ass.
So since you guys don't like Eric Gray, we can drop him down because we need to come up with a consensus here eventually on what we want to do for the deep threats.
Listen, we already know where I stand with Bijan.
Breakdown.
So you guys better
You
get on.
We're
board
gonna
with that.
we're gonna average our rankings, and that's where it's gonna have to end up.
All right.
Because
yeah.
That is what it is.
so
Gibbs will be
10.
one.
So at
What did
10,
you-
I got. Go ahead.
What did you like about him? What stood out most of
Yeah,
all
you
to
gotta-
him compared? Where's he ranked for you?
I have him at 9. It's not
Okay,
high.
okay.
It's not.
Yeah,
It's not
so
low.
I get it. I mean, it's not
See,
far
I have
off.
Miller at 9. I don't, man.
So I got Sean Tucker at 10.
Okay, all right, hold on. let's talk
So
about it.
Ryan said he has Tucker at 5.
Half the
My
guys.
issue with Tucker is just size, and he's
I have Tucker at 7.
Why do you say size? He's only
Tucker's
5
not
pounds
one
less than the other two.
Size and speed.
Tucker's not in my top 10.
He's not
No?
a big guy, and he's not the fastest out there. So like,
You know, he's another dude though. His QB vultured a bunch of touchdowns and
Yeah.
touches from him. He did. He vultured the shit out of this dude.
but he's also another guy that's only averaging 5.1 yards per carry.
Yeah, but he.
Yeah,
And I get,
he's
like
a
you just
check
said,
down back
it depends
too.
on the situation. I don't disagree, but when you got guys in this draft that are averaging way more than you,
So you know what? Okay, so
So here's
and
my
you have
here's my
600
thing with it.
carries,
John, did you watch tape on this guy?
No, but
Oh,
just
well.
from the summary is that he has soft hands, and he's able to make DBs miss in the open field, and he's effective between the tackles. I mean, that's I would say the best of all worlds.
So what I got? I said his game speed is faster than his 40, right? Because his 40's average.
and that's probably what
He's got a
Ryan,
high
that's what
motor.
Ryan, that's what Ryan's saying right now. His burst is insane.
He's got a high,
Okay. So yeah, we're right here, baby.
he's
We're
got a
right
high
here.
he's got a high motor.
You guys
Yeah.
said it literally at the same time.
That's funny. No,
I think he runs faster than a 4.5.
I do too.
I'm sure he will.
He's got good initial burst. He shakes off weak tackles. I think he reads blocks real well. One cut. Yeah, he's got a good cut. I like this guy, but he's 7 for me.
Ryan, you
So
got a
maybe-
camera in here? Are you reading Steve's notes?
You gotta be.
Where do you guys have
Now, hold
Billy?
on.
Word for word.
Now let's talk about his quarterback and how he sucked. Okay, let's do that next. See, now I had.
We'll do that on Sunday.
You know what's funny? I might have to adjust my rankings because I had him a lot lower than
You
I
had him at
thought.
7.
Yeah, I had 7. That's pretty low.
He has him at 5.
Yeah,
I had him
know,
at 12. No,
that's low.
who?
He has
Sean
Sean
Tucker.
Tuck- he has Sean
didn't
Tucker
have
at
Sean.
5.
Sean Tucker wasn't in his 10.
Sean Tucker's
He hated
13.
him. He hated it. He hated Sean Tucker.
I have
He's too
I have
small.
him at 10.
Yeah, I was gonna say
playing.
Steven
He needs
has
to
him
put
at the
on weight.
highest.
And then here's the one that it will probably piss all you guys off because at 11 I put Rashawn
Bless you.
Johnson.
Rashawn. Oh, okay. So you like this guy?
Yeah.
So you went with NFL Draft Buzz rankings. This is similar to.
This one? No, I
Thought Johnson was. I thought he was close to that. Yeah. I
Was
like
he?
his size. I like his size. 4.39. Is he gonna run?
I do not like
Oh
him.
man, 4. I didn't. I'd seen. You know what?
He's not even in my top 4.
When I did watch him, I did. I mean, he flashed, but he didn't have the looks.
They've
that
got
needs to
Rashawn
go
Johnson
for
at
him.
16.
Oh, for real? I
Yes.
thought. You know, I'm sorry. I thought they had. I thought they had him
Keaton
at
Mitchell
11.
is
I mean,
one.
How
there's
dare
guys
you
we haven't
accuse
even
me of-
talked about yet.
I thought. I'm sorry. I thought.
How dare you accuse me of pulling a bow?
They adjust the rankings every day. No, I would never.
Not on cam.
Because at least Ryan watches the show.
Your show sucks.
Oh.
Anyways, Roshan Johnson, great in open field, is willing to block.
Do you know KJ's a podcast?
Decisive.
I like Mohammed Ibrahim. I like him.
Can we finish? Let John finish.
Sorry.
Right, decisive in running, and also willing to wait for a hole to open.
And that's actually one of the things I saw on him is that he was patient, and it's funny. it's funny because
The show sucks.
the Bijan statement earlier, right? About
Yes.
the pass protection and stuff like that. That's why I really do like Rashawn.
He lost his job, in my opinion.
He did. When Bijan
actually
came through?
Rashawn
Sure.
Rashawn played a year longer. I do
Yeah.
agree that, but that says something about
That's
Bijan
why-
too, though.
I agree.
But that's why he's my 1. But whatever.
Why he,
Rashawn's
that's why
not my top
Rashawn's my
14.
11.
He's not my top 14. So
I mean, he
there's
still
guys we
averaged
haven't
6
even
yards a
talked
carry.
about.
And let's be honest, 6'2", 225, that is a big back. So
I mean, how many more guys you want to talk about? Because I know we're coming up here, but I mean, like Ibrahim, I want to talk about because
I'll
especially
get there
Ryan's
because
on it.
we already talked to Tajay Spears. I have it 12.
Kendra Miller and
Kendra Miller was going to be my 13. That was going to be the next one.
What about Kenny McIntosh
McIntosh, I didn't watch him. I
McIntosh.
didn't watch him, but I
out of
mean,
Georgia?
hold on, I walked away. No, you got to come back. You got to come back because
Hold-
I now need to walk away.
So let me say something really quick because we'll give Steve this because this is Steve's 10.
Oh.
Chase Brown.
Ooh,
I didn't know, out of Illinois.
he's my 10. He's 8 for me.
Yeah. Oh, okay. He's your 8. 24
he's
years
old.
old.
He's
Well, he's
old.
explained that.
24.
To me.
No, this dude's not 24. He's 22. This guy should be 22.
Oh, I didn't update that.
Oh,
My bad. My bad.
The old guy is Ibrahim.
Yeah,
Oh.
Ibrahim is the old guy. He's 22. That is correct. Sorry.
He's
about
got a
that.
good 40. He's got a. I mean, that's 4.42. That's good.
What's the player summary?
7th rounder for this guy. Yeah, you don't have it. I don't. No shit. I mean,
I can't believe you got that.
that's because it's because I love you. So I like his game speed. He has
buddy.
his patience that I realized coming behind his offensive line that was way below average. Is unreal. He keeps his feet moving. He looks for work in pass pro. I like that. 600. Yeah, that's a lot. I mean, 5 years.
so
Is that right? Are we sure that's right? Because I have him as a junior
so?
at 22. I
So
don't.
Steven,
Yes, sir.
Why, if you don't like how he reads the tackles, reads
No,
the
no.
play.
He do, I do. He is unreal.
okay.
Unreal patience.
Oh, I thought you
Meaning, I
meant
watched
that.
this dude pretty much stop behind the offensive line, and then go and pick up a first down. He ran 10 yards. I mean, like it was crazy. He picks up rushers in pass pro. Now, he needs to be coached up in pass pro, but he has good effort. He's trying. He's willing to throw his body there, and I liked his vision. Some of his cons, his offense sucked as a whole. Now he does his pad level stays too high.
I
He's
agree with Ryan on this one, by the way.
7th rounder. Yeah.
But just so many carries in too many years.
Is that? Are
It's
you
just-
sure that's him? He's a junior. He's not a senior. He's not a 5th-year senior.
Hold on. Give me 1 second.
Could be a redshirt junior.
COVID year, you got to
A
remember that.
red shirt junior is still not 5 years.
COVID year.
That's 4 years.
But if it was red shirt.
Jonathan, red shirt,
Redshirt means the extra year, right?
4 years. Yes, that means you're a senior, but you're a redshirt junior.
Hold
A
on.
redshirt junior is a senior.
For some reason I lost this
Gotcha.
again.
A redshirt senior is a fifth-year senior.
So he has, yeah, 328 this year, 170 last year, 104 the year before.
I mean, I can stand
3 in
corrected.
2019.
That is a
and,
bunch of carries.
and
So, like,
71 in 2018. So yeah, the dude's played 5 years.
how the hell are you a junior?
How the hell do you pick a guy who's 20?
He's 22.
That's
He started in 2018.
Whatever. I mean, I got him down as 22. I mean, unless I... No, he's whatever. I'm standing by this. I might be wrong. I'll make corrections if need be. I mean, that's a bunch of carries. It's a bunch of work, right? But then again, Illinois was not good. They had bad
He is
offense.
22 years old.
He is 20.
But he's going to be
He'll be
he's going to be
23
23 before the
draft.
draft. Yeah.
Oh, see, now I missed that. Usually I'm pretty good about that. All right.
It's March 21st.
All right. Usually
He's
I'm
from
pretty good.
Canada.
Well, it is what it
Oh,
is.
Canadians can't run.
I like his
London,
patience.
Ontario.
I like his work in the run game. But, I mean,
He'll go play in the
All
Canadian
right.
football
I also
league.
has like...
Anyway.
he's
Go
just
on to your next guy
Who?
that you're Ibrahim. Because I didn't do anything on Ibrahim either because I have him at like 20th.
Now, he's old, right? Dude's old. But
He looks old.
Old ... I just couldn't help myself. Like
No wonder you gotten through so fast.
Yeah, no kidding.
I just did that before the show.
Yeah.
Now, is 4.52...
I did not have a graphic for him or Chase Brown.
Oh, Jesus.
You should have put Charlie Brown for Chase.
You should have. That would have been funny. His 4.52, I mean, it's good. It's above average. It's not great.
He needs to put on some weight.
Jesus Christ. I mean, he does.
320 carries that year. 5-year pro, 867 total carries over his
A
career.
lot of touches.
So explain to me why
5
you like a
years.
guy who's been there for 5 years and has almost touched the ball 1,000 times.
I mean, longevity.
You have him in your top 10.
Yeah.
Longevity.
He's, yeah, I think he's 10.
You're
yeah.
talking about Josh Jacobs being done because if he was overused in college.
He was.
He's younger. I think he's the same age as this
I
dude.
mean, he'll be a late round pick, and
Josh Jacobs.
No,
I think
he might be undrafted.
man, I don't know about that.
I don't even mean.
I mean, he's still strong. He's got good vision. He's got a good cut. His pass pro is okay. He slips weak tackles with ease. He puts his shoulders down. He runs through guys. I mean, the offense wasn't great. He doesn't have breakaway speed, and he's not a big pass catcher. But I mean, I think you're gonna have value in this dude later on. I
I
think
get it, but
What do you mean by value, though? Like a 25-year-old back in the NFL.
he'll be the
Starting.
same age. He'll be the same age as Josh Jacobs this year with his rookie year. FYI.
And there's
Listen, I'm
but
not
how
saying-
much
I'm not
how
saying
much
this dude's-
development can you do
I'm
in
not-
an offense?
so.
Because you got a year of development almost in an offense, right?
Yeah.
Before you hit your real prime in an offense. So maybe your third year. So now you're 28 and you're almost now they got to decide. Well, I guess it is cheap, right? I guess you're right because if you get a guy for 3 years
He's going to
and
be
then you're
30
not going to
before
sign
the
him,
end of his contract.
yeah, he'll be 30
I mean,
as a running back. He ain't getting a contract.
no.
He's one and
most
done.
Don't.
He's going to be depth piece, I think, is what Steve's saying.
I'm
so
not
he,
saying.
he
I'm
could.
not, so
he
this,
could,
this isn't a dude that's going to come and take over a team.
but he could be a Ruby in a rock field.
Yep.
He could get you some value late if you're looking for.
I like him later on.
You know, it's a good point. Like he
And
could
let
be,
the janitor pick this one.
He could be a stud
I
for
didn't-
2 years.
I'm not saying that.
No, I'm
not
just saying he
he's
can
gonna
be. He can
dominate
be.
an offense.
He has potential.
But he does have the potential to really just be like, well,
The
okay,
ceiling is
I'm gonna
high.
I'm going to be Cordero Patterson without the pass catching.
The ceiling is
Thank you.
high.
Just watch his tape. See, now why can we agree on this, and then we can't agree on other things, especially
I have
with
not
dealing
watched
with tape?
his tape. I don't disagree. I literally am
doesn't.
asking this question. I am
Because
just
Ryan
saying.
likes me. That's why Ryan
I'm
likes
just
me. We're
saying
buddies.
when you're talking about
Except
the
for
age of
Mr.
a running back,
Analytics.
Except
for someone who sits here and will tell me, oh
Bijan.
my God, look at Stetson Bennett's too old. He's a
He
quarterback.
is.
They play till they're 40.
That's better.
Stetson Bennett is old.
Yeah.
But it doesn't
I'm
matter.
sorry, but I'm not
Quarterbacks
drafting.
play till they're 40. Running backs barely make it out at 31.
31
Okay,
old.
Tom Brady is.
I said barely make it
How
out.
many quarterbacks in recent have played till their 40s, though?
3, 4.
In our decade?
I mean,
Yeah.
I like 4.
I'm just
Recently.
saying you can.
Tom
Ben-
Brady doesn't count, okay? He's
Ben
the
played
GOAT.
till he was 38.
Nah.
Aaron Rodgers is going
not
on
40.
34. No, I'm
That's
just
not
saying.
40.
Oh, no, Peyton was 30.
37.
Phillip Rivers retired at 37, 38.
Oh, okay. All right, fine. I'll give you
Matt
that.
Ryan's still fucking playing. He's 36,
Because
37.
Matt Ryan's getting
Matt Ryan's
$26 million.
39. Matt Ryan's 39 is going to be 40
That's
this year.
why he's going to get $26 million.
I think, man.
I'd go play for $26 million if I was a cripple.
Oh, man. He's
I don't
gonna
know. AJ McCarron took a $4 million pay cut so he could start in the XFL. So
It's because he knew,
his kids can have
he
memories.
wasn't going to amount to
I don't
shit
know
in
if
the
you're
NFL.
saying analytics as an analytics or if you're saying analytics pointing at me, because I definitely said he's going undrafted.
Hold on.
Because you've been mocking me since I've said it.
All right, so take it to no matter the age.
See, Ryan goes back and forth on the age thing. I feel like though a little bit,
He does. He's a screwball.
which I'm not. I'm not taking
Oh, yeah, I
that.
know.
I'm not dissing you, Ryan.
Ryan goes
But
both ways
Let's
anytime.
talk about
Whoa!
Let's talk about he goes. Let's talk about Miller really quick. Let's talk about Miller.
Kendra.
It's because it's Ryan's 3.
He's 8 for me.
He is 9 for me. He's 21 when the season starts. 4.58 40.
21 when the season starts or 22?
He's gonna be
Where are you getting your information?
21.
Hold on,
the
give me a
NFL Draft
second,
Buzz.
boys.
See, now I have 21 years old at season start. So anyway, I might be wrong here. I like his vision, good cut.
You're right.
Yeah, He
Good
just
balance.
turned
I like his balance through contact.
22.
I do note that his pass pro is lacking. 20 was 22.
Jeff
No, he
Buzz
just
says,
turned 23.
Jeff Buzz says he's 20.8 years old.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
21
just
years
turned-
old at season start.
No, he just turned 23. January
Yeah.
21st,
23.
2000. January 21st, 2000. We're in-
NFL
we're
Draft
in
Buzz says
2023.
June 11th, 2002.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, we have conflicting reports. I mean,
That's so
big play.
funny.
I mean, he has a bunch of big plays, but he doesn't have a bunch of like ground and pound stuff. I don't know. Not from the games that I watch. So I might be wrong here. I don't love this guy, but I definitely don't hate this guy.
You good?
He's got to go to the
The
adult
ladies' room.
Yeah, he's 20 years old.
Okay.
He was born in 2002.
I know. My guy is a Kendra Miller. He's a hockey player. Apparently, is what came up. That's the popular player.
I was like, what are you looking at? Because apparently I didn't have
My
that.
bad.
Well, like I said, NFL Draft Buzz has him at 22. Or, I'm sorry,
22.8. So yeah, he'll be 20.
20.8, yeah. He will be.
20.8. My bad.
No, you're good. I just, hey, we all make mistakes when you're
Yeah.
looking at 700 graphics for a day.
I don't have age up here.
So
on my thing.
So there's a reason I have age, especially for running backs.
I know you do them.
Yeah, you have to have age for running backs
Yeah.
because it matters where you're going to go in the draft.
You mean you don't want a guy that's going to be 30 at the end of his contract?
Like we just said. Like
Age matters a lot because guess what? You diminish fast as a running back. A lot of guys don't play all the way through their second contract on that team. I mean, look at McCaffrey. I think contract just started. I think either last season or starting this season. He's on the Niners.
Yes.
I mean, he played good, but in that offense, longevity wise, I don't like it because they abuse their running backs. Shanahan. That's why they carry so many.
Well, that's why they have a lot
No,
of
it's
ones that get hurt.
they carry so many because they don't know how to utilize running
No,
backs
because
correctly.
they just throw them at the line and be like,
I don't know if
next.
throw them to the wolves. I sent it to you, Johnny. Yeah, they just throw them to the wolves. So Steve's gonna lose this one. Number 1 overall, Bijan.
No,
All right.
Yes.
no.
Sorry,
Number 1
Steve.
overall, Bijan.
Number 2.
Do you want to say Zach Evans?
Yeah.
Number 2.
I say Zach Evans. Number 2.
I'm asking you,
How-
Steve.
how are we
where do you
doing
have
this?
your 2? Who's your 2?
Now why?
I'm
Evans
asking
over
you,
Gibbs?
who's your 2?
You have Gibbs at 2. He has Gibbs where? Where's your Gibbs?
3.
I have Gibbs at 2. You want to go Gibbs 2?
That's fine. Go Gibbs.
I
Go
mean, if
Gibbs.
we're gonna go
Go Gibbs
consensus.
too.
If I
So
gotta sit here and
consensus,
say
so-
that Bijan is 1,
But Zach Evans, the dude's a beast.
I agree.
So 3.
I would say Evans. We can go Evans at 3.
Charbonnet 4 or Charbonnet.
Charbonnet.
He's
Charbonnet.
I like him at 4.
5. I have Tajay. I know you guys don't like him a lot.
I
You
haven't.
didn't see a
So I
lot on
didn't watch
so
him. So I don't know.
If you want to drop him down or drop him out, it's up to you guys. I still think
we
he's
should
top 10.
come back to that. Oh, see, that's big.
So we got Bijan, Jameer, Evans, Charbonnet, and then let's go.
Tank.
Bigsby,
Let's go Tank.
Okay.
I like Tank at 5.
Cartavius?
Let's go Tank at 5. And then,
Devin Aki. Or do you want to do Kendra Miller at 7?
well, where did you have Sean Tucker?
He's
Tucker's
12.
7.
12 for me.
I have 7.
Well,
I haven't.
So if you average that, it's he's gonna
Abanaconda
be
is 6.
You have a Banacanda at 6. Where do
Yep.
you have a Banacanda?
10.
At 10. I got him at 5.
So 8.
So
we're on 6 though. Who do you have in your top 5, Steve? Real quick.
Gibbs, Charbonnet, Bigsby, Evans, Robinson.
Robinson.
Bijan is 5th.
Bijan is 5th.
That's so crazy.
See, you're fucking us up.
Tape's bad. His tape was not good.
My
It was not
5.
convincing.
My 5 is Bijan.
I watched a game where he should have produced against a big team and he didn't. He had passed.
What do you have Dwayne McBride? Like 14?
11. McBride's bad. I don't like McBride. I don't want him in my top 10.
McBride's 12. Sean Tucker's 13.
I have Tucker at 7.
Oh my God.
Brown 8.
I
Miller
get
9.
the closest thing we have is Abanikanda.
So Bandicana 6.
I like that. Put him
I
right
don't
there.
hate it.
Okay.
Yeah, I like it.
Izzy at 6. At 7, we want to go a Shane.
Akeem?
No, I know. I have
No,
a
like, I don't
Shane's
like
dead
it.
I'd
last.
rather have Kendra Miller there,
All right,
personally.
Yeah.
Kendra
I-
Miller?
Yeah.
I got Miller at 9, Brown 8, Tucker 7. So
Miller at 9, Brown 8.
the only place I will accept McBride is 10. That's
Let's
it.
go Sean
No.
Tucker.
And that's
Let's
maybe.
go Tucker. What do you have, Tucker?
Tucker 7 for me.
Who, me?
Yeah.
12.
I got him at. I think I have him at 10. We can go Tucker here.
Ryan, where you got Tucker? Hurry up, get in here.
Yeah.
We're doing this with you.
Wow.
Jonathan, where you got Tucker?
He's like, who's Tucker?
I'm just waiting to get a consensus on the top 10 so I can jot my stuff for our time.
5.
fix.
Oh, he's got me 5. There you go.
All right, that's
Okay,
fine.
we'll
Put
go
him there.
Tucker. We'll go Tucker there. So that's what 3, 6, 7.
You want to put Tajay at 8? Or 10?
See, now he likes Tajay.
I like
I wish I
Tajay.
would have watched him.
I've got Tajay at 12.
Let's put him at 9 then.
All right, so then we still need 8. I have
That's
So we
fine.
need 8.
I have Brown at 8 personally.
I didn't watch Charlie.
Okay, so bring up the Chase Brown overlay, because I just. You didn't. Oh yeah, at least you got the updated age now.
I mean,
Yeah, that's all you
know.
updated for me.
I'm not updating the IDFKS. No.
Where do you guys have Keaton Miller? Oh, no, we didn't even talk about him there.
Keaton or Condren or whatever.
He's
Dre.
Keaton Mitchell.
Keaton Mitchell.
Keaton
Mitchell,
Mitchell.
sorry, not Miller.
Bring up Keaton Mitchell. Let's see what we got here.
Yeah, let's talk about him.
So,
Sell me on this dude.
Not a blocker.
Not at all.
Don't like him.
Makes people miss in space. Extremely elusive. Top end speed to outrun most defenses. Also excellent route runner. I didn't watch much film on him. Small school. I don't know. He's quick though.
Yeah, he's
But he's also
he's
your-
got a good first step.
Oh, dude needs a burger.
Same
Holy
exact
shit.
build as a Shane. A Shane's 5'9",
yeah.
178 or 4.
I know he could put on weight, obviously, but he's
28. They're the exact same build. A pound off.
Hey, a pound matters. Depends where.
A pound off.
And what, 4.35 and a 4.24?
Yeah.
So that's a big difference.
No, I did not. I did not watch any film on it. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't watch any film on him.
That's fine.
I have Mitchell at 14
I was just bringing him
based
up
on
because
the
that's
stats.
literally the only guy we didn't talk about. Him and the dude from Georgia.
We didn't talk Deuce Vaughn.
I didn't even have. He's not in my top
Who?
14.
Deuce Vaughn. Bring up Deuce Vaughn.
I do like this. Some of the guys we don't even have that we watched that other people, which I like. I mean, it's the reason why we do this.
I agree.
Another guy.
651 carries in 3
They're
years.
touting him
Holy shit.
high.
5'6".
That's my size. Except, I mean, I got about 100 pounds on him.
Yeah.
Or his size and Johnny's weight.
Explosive in the open field, top end speed, gets to the end, able to make his guys miss, seeks out contact instead of avoiding it.
He's
That
a
I did see.
Dude, he's small.
He doesn't like contact.
He seeks out contact.
He
Does
looks
he?
for contact?
Yeah, he looks for
I
contact.
didn't watch the guy, so
instead
I have
of
no
avoiding
Ryan,
freaking
where do you
idea.
got this guy? Where do you
He's
got
like
Vaughn?
a chihuahua.
He's an ankle biter.
I mean,
He might be an ankle biter.
He's teriyaki.
that's that's a bunch of catches. That's a bunch of catches, carries. I mean,
We
Is he a
agree.
receiver?
We agree
Is
that
he a
added
receiver?
weight does slow people down.
It does,
I think he's
typically.
more of a slot guy personally, but
So he's a wide receiver.
but he's too small to be a wide receiver.
Vaughn's
That's
10
why
for
he's a
him.
running
Yeah.
So
back.
he's a
Vaughn's 10 for him.
returner.
So if you have Vaughn or
I
we
have Vaughn at 16.
he's 10. Oof. Well, he's 10 for him. I mean, I don't know. All right. Well, then who are there?
I say Tajay. I got Tajay at 12.
And you got him where?
I have him at 5. Tajay Spears.
Oh, all right.
So he's 8. We're moving him from 9 to 8.
Okay. Ryan asked about McIntosh. I didn't watch him.
I
Ryan-
watched him. He is
McIntosh.
So
9.
Kenny McIntosh.
Yeah.
McIntosh.
McIntosh.
There's no A. I'm sorry. Not MacBook.
McIntosh.
Macintosh.
You can say McIntosh.
I say
McIntosh, you're right.
Macintosh.
You can't say.
Listen, you can't tell me how to pronounce my people's names. All right.
Right.
Macintosh.
Willing to block SL fans, capable of playing in the slot, falls forward, and willing to let the play develop. And I didn't notice
Yeah,
that.
he's
with
a
this
very
guy.
patient runner. He
Very
doesn't
patient.
get into trouble. He doesn't get himself into trouble at all. He's a very smart player when it comes to getting to the hole. But he's not a great blocker.
I just had a Philip Rivers joke. Okay. Sorry. He's a smart player when it comes to getting to the hole.
You know what I mean. He's good football IQ. Fuck you.
Giggity. Yeah, we can put him wherever.
So I've got
sounds all right.
McIntosh at 15.
It's McIntosh.
Oh, Jesus.
McIntosh.
Where is he? Do you even have him, Steve?
I didn't watch him.
I guess that drops him out at
Giggity.
9 then. I have him at 9, but
You have him at 9. If it's where did Ryan have him?
Yeah, Ryan, where you got McIntosh?
McIntosh.
Where do you guys have Eric Gray?
I didn't.
14.
I got him at 9. Wait, didn't we say we were gonna put? Oh, we put Tajay at.
You said 8. There you go.
Okay, so I
McIntosh
guess,
is in.
McIntosh is 9.
McIntosh is 9. Okay.
Do you want to do Eric? Where do you have Eric Gray?
I didn't watch him.
Okay. So where do you? I think he had Eric Gray at 10 or
Where
no?
do we have Miller?
No,
Want to
I
see
think
his
we did.
testing as
No, I
well.
don't think we did Kendra Miller.
Kenny's falling for him. We didn't have Kendra Miller, but he had Miller at like 3.
I like Miller though.
I had
He's
Miller at
in-
9. I have
Miller
Miller at
is
9.
8.
I got
There you
Miller
go.
at 13.
Oh well.
Okay, so 10
we have
works.
8 and 9. Yeah, 10 works.
Do we
for
want to
Miller.
put Miller at 9 and McIntosh at 10?
We
That's,
can.
That's fine.
13
All
for
right,
Grew,
so-
Growl.
All right, so-
Great.
I guess so. Our consensus, we just came to the show. 4 of us kind of went in on this. We got Bijan at 1, Jameer Gibbs at 2, Zach Evans at 3, Zach Charbonnet at 4, Tank Bigsby at 5,
Cartavius.
Israel Abakanda at 6, Sean Tucker at 7, Tyjae Spears at 8. What Miller? Kendra Miller at 9, and Kenny McIntosh at 10.
McIntosh.
That'll be our breakdown for all of these guys.
There you go.
We got to write that down on the board too.
We sure do.
We will. We'll get that all written down. All right, guys. I got nothing else for today. Johnny, you got any takeaways for today?
No, not really.
All right. Wheels,
Brett Favre's a bitch.
Oh, word.
Steve.
Oh man. God bless you.
Gotta
Hope
start
you-
all this stuff at the outtakes.
I love it. Hope you and your families are well. God bless you. Thank you for being here. Please like, subscribe. Please sub to the channel. And if you don't like it, tell us why. We'll talk to you. Anyway, love you guys. Thank you.
All right, guys. That's it for us today. If you want to see anything else, we're going to be getting more into this after the draft. I want to talk a little bit about fantasy ability of some of these guys, and it's going to be some fun because we have a dynasty ourselves, and we're going to be talking probably rankings of a lot of these guys. Also, sue me. Have a good day.
Sue me, Brett Favre. You have nothing.